We're spending a lot of time together, aren't we? I had no, you know what? Didn't even know. You know how they like to do? They like to wait till the last minute and tell you, we're going to be doing this and that, especially when it comes to, wait. Especially when it comes to the conference. They always do this. You notice that? So all of a sudden, I conference tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I got to go share with the fam on that one. So, you know, check out Jimmy G sitting there, everybody, big smile on their face. We're going to the Super Bowl. Has this already grabbed you yet? We was going to have Jimmy G no matter what, but I read an article that really makes a lot of sense to me. If you go the route of franchise tagging Jimmy G, sure, we could be, you know, confident about that. We got Jimmy G for another year. He can't get away. They're a franchise tag him. 3:30. I mean, it's 11:30. Franchise tag him. But that, it kind of leaves, look at the Kirk Cousins situation, right? Kirk carried on the stupid franchise madness for 2 years, and now look, he's leaving. You know, instability is one of those things that it can play into your player, you know? Jimmy's like, I got 1 year franchise tag here. Although I got a feeling Jimmy G knew that he was all that. No matter what the 49ers do, I know I'm going to get a job, right? So, you know. Say, hey, K, sir, what's up, man? Yeah, Tadao. I mean, oh, man. Hey, Michael Lannies, what's up, dude? And, oh, Michael Lannies, hey, yep, Brian, it's the big show, what's up? Brian Aguilar, Panama Queen, thanks for the new 49er theme, man, I love it. It's about to get crazy! It's about to get crazy! And it is about to get crazy, too. What damn. Augustin Gonzalez, what up, man? LA up in here. All right. Jesse, Donnie McEwen, and Jesus my King. He's laying down, Jesus my King, he's laying down the order, boy. Adam M, yeah, he is. We back. Jordan Perrin, yeah. Thanks, Jordan, man. You know what I'm saying? Love you back, fam. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I was getting nervous because, like, when they say you do online systems, you can hear us at 49ers.com. You will hear me on Twitter, 49ers.com, Facebook page. I got them all up, guys, because this is not normally where I watch this. It keeps refreshing. They were late last time, I think, though, you know? Yeah, they were late last time, so. But anyway, you know. And sitting back, relaxing. You know, as you read the Jimmy G articles, and the 49ers got Jimmy G makes us a legit contender for the NFC West. And, you know, well, the kind of football we watched at the end of the season where it was a combination of Sandlot and organized, as I say, Kyle Shanahan was still manipulating defenses and telling Jimmy G what to do, but they, you know, he rehearsed some of those things prior to the game, right? But see, that was like, it's like duct taping. You know, maybe your air conditioner's not working yet. Duct tape something and it functions okay, but it's not running as good as it could. I got a feeling that's what we've seen with the 49ers. They was out there kicking butt, but they was just doing it like country fast, just beat you up. And now I get the feel, you think about this for a minute. That's why I say, I make the comparison between Matty Ice and Jimmy G. Who do you think is the best? Seriously. And I got a feeling it's Jimmy G as far as skills go, right? So Kyle now has his, like Professor X of the X-Men, his brain with his X-Men now. With Jimmy G being like Wolverine, the leader, right? So he can like get into his head and tell Wolverine exactly what he wants to do. And it is above most football players to do exactly what Kyle wants you to do. But Jimmy has that skill set. So I think he can do a lot of things that Matty Ice probably couldn't do. Jimmy can do it, right? So I'm thinking this year, we're going to see one of the greatest minds in football get together with the best skill he could get. Now that means what we're going to see is a smooth running, well-oiled machine getting it done. Just think about everybody worried about the red zone and get this tall guy and this and that. You're going to get over that. You know why? Because the scheme and the manipulation by Kyle and Jimmy, It's going to erase all that. Got some big tight ends out there. They may even go after a tall wide receiver, big wide receiver. Everybody thinks that's so necessary. But I got to feel it's going to be more to do with how Kyle manipulates and teaches that offense. Because that offense is... Ooh, that offense is cerebral shit. I'm telling you, man. I tell you, I can't wait to see what happens and develops in the days ahead, especially when they got more time to work on it. Remember when I was arguing with everybody? Oh, man, don't put Jimmy G out there now. It's dangerous, man. Hey, I was wrong. I already admitted to it. See, that 6-game, 5-game stretch, it's going to be perfect because now he's had enough time to develop some chemistry, get a link between him and Kyle, and this is have to start fresh. Now they hit the ground running next season. Running. Now pour in the knowledge of the system. We got it now, baby. We got it now. Yeah. So, you know, I'm excited about that. And we got ready to rock and roll yet? Maybe a window, huh? God. I worry about these systems. You trust them, but you don't know if they're really going to work or not. They were late, but I say they were late for the last 2 conferences I checked in on. So, you know. But anyway, fam, hopefully they'll get that done. We're going to have a meeting afterward anyway. And, K, sir, what's up? Rod Manhammer. Yeah. It's all about. And that's why I know Jimmy G is like ranked. They said if he would have stayed out there all season long, Jimmy G would have been like per games points and that type of thing. He would have been the best in the league. Small sample size. They can only go by the 5 games. He was. Oh, we're on. Let me see if I got. Yeah, we're on, guys. Yeah. Got Lynch, of course, doing all the talking like he always does. And he's going to say, I can tell you. Say it. Say it, John. Thanking all those guys for not taking too long to come to a conclusion on that contract. Thank you, Don Yee and company. Don't be screwing things up by taking too long on that manipulating of the contract. Just get paid. Can't wait till the questions start. Can you imagine? What would you ask? Jimmy G. Hey, does Kyle look better? Kyle looks rested. You know how stressed out he looked all season long? The big bags under his eyes. He wasn't shaving, of course. And the dude just looked like, man, I was worried about him. That's why people kept saying Kyle needs an offensive coordinator because he looked like he was overworked, right? Looks good today because Kyle knows I got me what I need now, Jack. John's thanking everybody, man. John, it's a big day for the United community is just jumping, baby. I like that helmet. I gotta get one of them helmets to sit on. Where would I put it? Display right here. If you're not being able to watch this conference right now, John Lynch is going over it and giving thanks to people, talking about how thrilled he is. Now they're going down through the list. They're still talking about Nick Mullins. They're going to be real strong in quarterback area. We got C.J. Beathard, Nick Mullins. I thought Nick Mullins was probably done. But you know what? You got to keep Nick Mullins on the practice squad. You can't even lose him off the practice squad. Can they just say, no, I don't want to be on the practice? I don't want to go to your team. If I come in and I say, Nick Mullins, you want to come to my team, be my quarterback? He'd have to go, right? You can't accept that opportunity. John's telling you, he's saying that Jimmy G bought into the program right away. That's why I said when people are always saying things like, oh, he doesn't look like he wants to be with the 49ers. I don't know why you got that idea. He said, now Jimmy bought in from day one. Him and Kyle. Boom. You got to love his program if you're a quarterback. Talking about Jimmy, like we all said, how in the world did he grasp the program that fast and look that sharp and smooth? Easy answer. The dude's a freak, man. Jimmy G is just amazing. Leadership skills. Let's check out the conference before we get ready to go into the game, or go into our part of the conference. 49ers.com. You can get the 49ers app, 49ers Facebook, 49ers Twitter. They got it rolling everywhere. So you can check out one of them. It is pumping Jimmy G up. This is the big piece. We ready to go, y'all. That's what it translates down to. I feel like Keel in that commercial where he translates everything somebody says into stupid terminology. You know it, John, but we're going to be the destination where everybody wants to be. Free agents going to be calling me soon. I know this. Yeah. Who are they going to say yes to? Who do you hang the phone up on? Here comes Kyle. I know, man. What do you say after John gets through talking? Jesus Christ. Haters 101. We should pick up Le'Veon Bell. He was showing interest. He was, but I think Le'Veon was. I think he was using us to leverage the Steelers. Mark Espinosa, it's live on the NFL Network as well. It should be. This is a big deal. We could be watching the next Hall of Fame court. Think about that for a minute. This could be a Hall of Famer. He's ridiculously good, and he's only been playing for 4 years, and he was sitting down on the bench most of that time. Jimmy G speaks. Yeah. Well, Jimmy, you don't have to thank everybody for coming out, man. Because, yeah. Damn. That's right. Jimmy goes back home to Chicago. Dude had to come through a snowstorm to get back here. What if he didn't make it to I think he should stay out of the snow. Kind of dangerous. Move your family to Cali, Jimmy. They probably don't want to move. You know what? People in Chicago may like living in Chicago. Though that you're right, we still have plenty of cap space for all the other positions because they don't be costing like $27 million. What convinced Jimmy that this would be the place you want to be long term? Of course it must be. See, it's easy to be accepted when they wanted you in the first place. We wanted Jimmy last year, remember? Dolomite, what's up, man? Omar, 49ers, I smell Super Bowl. Yeah, talk about that franchise tag. You can always tell when Matt Barrows is talking. He's got that voice. I don't even have to see him. Yeah. They ask you about, is that franchise tag? Are you glad that you postponed that? John makes sure everybody knows we didn't want to use no franchise tag. It was never in the picture. Also worried about that. I just knew there was going to go franchise tag. I thought his agent would go that route. That guy Levi, you think we should get Jarvis Landry? Nah, redundant pick. I don't see him any better than. Really, I don't see him better than Marquise. I tell you who I do want, though, in case Marquise gets injured or something like that. Get me that boy Taylor Gabriel. Landry's got hands, but he ain't got speed like Gabriel. So that speed element really screws other teams up. This is why Marquise, my favorite thing to do is watch the safeties in the corners standing back away from Marquise like he bites. Be standing back like watching him. Because if he gets one step on us, we're dead meat. We gotta keep him surrounded. I love that so much. So there it is. Jimmy says, personally, I'm going to tell you right now, I wanted to be here. That's why he couldn't say the things everybody wanted him to say when he was asked questions earlier. And he says, I'd rather wait to answer that question. You ruin your leverage in negotiations. You can't say, oh, God, I love Cali, man. I love the Bay Area. I love everything about this place. Then you say, hey, Jimmy, man, you like this? You like us that much, man? How about we start at 22? See, he started 75 degrees in the city, man. Santa Clara is always 75 degrees. It's like Santa Clara is like L.A. Jimmy says he's delighted to be out of freezing cold Chicago. As a Tyler, the 1, 2, 3 kids always making jokes about that. Why would you want to be in Chicago when you could be in any other place? I mean, freezing your butt off. I love that question when they ask you, dude, when you were a kid, would you ever imagine something like this taking place by the time you got to this point in your life? Dumb question, though. Who does? There are some people, though. 5 years, Jimmy. You can get rid of the big, heavy coats, man. Well, you might need one. If you're coming to the city, you're going to need it, though, man. Yeah, get that playbook down. Jimmy's talking about the playbook already. Get that fully down, man. Yeah, Jimmy, what have you been doing since the season ended? Yeah. Jimmy may as well get a little bigger. Hey, you lift a little. Don't tighten up, but get a little bigger. At YMSA, what's up, Emilio? Tadal. Is it? We need someone for Jimmy to throw it up to. Yeah, but he's so accurate. How many times does guys win on a jump ball? You need to think about that. Because we got big guys like that. Kittle can beat somebody on a jump ball. They probably pick out enough. I know they're going to go tight end. You got to understand the bottom line with Kyle Shanahan is, what the essence of his offensive systems, I want my guys to be able to separate. So the big dude is out there running a 4.5 or 4.6. He may get separation, he may not. But Keese, Trent, Taylor Gabriel, these dudes can cut up a defensive system like a surgeon. Meanwhile, Jimmy G, with that accurate shots he has, boom, boom, yeah, boom, yeah. And he ain't got to have you 9 foot tall. He'll hit you right on the letters. That's why I'm talking about the advantage of Jimmy G. I can get a lot of quick receivers out there that can gain separation. I don't need no jump ball situation. Dude may lose a jump ball. Getting picked off, getting knocked down. Yeah, we got, but that's why I understood last year what Kyle Shanahan was trying to do. Because I said, man, what is he doing all these short people? Then I realized short people can get separation a lot better than big guys. Now I get it. I mean, we had nothing but small, quick guys that could run route, coordination plus. Trent Taylor out there breaking people's ankles. Garcon. And Garcon's a big guy, but Garcon's hands and route running are very sharp too. This is a perfect team. I don't know. And Kendrick Bourne, that boy is still a bad. What are you looking to do with Jimmy when you get him? Yeah, I like to see Kyle's going to start from scratch, slow it down. We did a hell of a job last time. Like I said, Jimmy's such a natural. It wasn't about him learning the offensive playbook. He was out there going off schedule. I can't wait to see what he looks like with the plan. A master plan in his hand. Out there running it by the numbers. Up in the line of scrimmage. Kill. Run another crazy play. What is? Saleh comes circling back behind. And it looks like Is Sonic going to run the reverse? No. Juice is standing there all by himself. Jimmy G hits him on the numbers. He'll never catch him. Touchdown, 49ers. See, that's what I like. Slow down, learn everything thoroughly, run it over and over, get it down till it comes second nature. This is when the 49ers offense is going to be just really ridiculous. Uh-oh, how close are the 49ers to the Super Bowl? You knew that question was going to come up. There's a lot of pieces come into play, and a lot of them are on defense. Once the season comes, we'll be ready. Just get out there and perform. Tom Brady has been the gold standard, right? What's the single most important thing that sticks in your mind after learning from Tom Brady? Don't you love that question? His love for the game. Yeah, you clearly have it too, Jimmy. Yeah. And I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Tom because Dom is a ferocious competitor, man. That rubbed off on Jimmy. I think he was like that all the time. Toughness. He's asking John, how does the pressure? How do you know Jimmy's gonna be handling that pressure? We already know. We've seen him. Fix the line, Jimmy, be more dangerous. John Niner, I gotta tell you, I hate to tell people, man, don't look for them to go whole crazy with sweeping that line and making a lot of changes. You got Trent Brown coming back. You got Joshua Garnett, but most importantly, you got guys that know how to work together. That's what they're going to be looking at. They may bring a couple of people in. Better get used to it. Kilgore's going to be at center, too, because Jimmy likes him. They'll look better this year anyway, though, because they need time to work together in Kyle's system. But bringing in a bunch of offensive linemen, I'm telling y'all, it ain't going to happen, man. It ain't going to happen. And they like what they see in LaDainian Tomlinson. I was just quoting what I read. They're going to work with him, too. It's the thing with an offensive lineman, he has got to learn his job. His body's already big. He's already strong. But can he learn what we want him to do? Can he work with the rest of the guys on this line? This is the construction process. You can bring in 20, 30 guys, bad dudes. If they can't run the system, they'll look just like what we're watching now, trying to figure it out. Sit, fam. Because later on we say I told y'all there wasn't gonna be no sweeping changes, bringing a whole lot of dudes in on offensive line. Maybe one or two more. Maybe if they can get what's his name out of the draft, they'll get him. Yeah. But Trent's gonna make because we worried about last year. We worried about that right side getting swept back, and he was putting a lot of hits on Jimmy G, even though he's getting rid of the ball quick. You got to remember, what Badles was giving up, Trent Brown don't be having that stuff. So I know on the right side, it's going to get a lot better on the right side for sure. You already know about Joe Staley allowed 3 pressures. 3 pressures in the last 3 games. I think that's it. There was not even close to a sack. So Joe's going to be solid next year. Joshua Garnett, we're going to be able to run with Joshua Garnett. Because I got to feel that boy's getting in shape. The thing about this is you've got to be light and fast on your feet. You've got to be able to go out and engage guys before they even come. The system here is you got to come out as offensive lineman. Before that monster comes in, you go out and meet his ass, all right, and take him down. That's when the running back is supposed to come in right behind it as the tight end's coming down trailing all this and step off of his butt, plant the foot, and go. You can see a lot of difference. As they learn these things, it's going to get better. Jimmy G's talking about Kyle put us in position to succeed. We just went out there and executed. Kyle Shanahan, people don't understand that dude, boy. That's a brilliant dude. What kind of question is that? We're lucky though. Jimmy G's kind of, you can tell he's kind of sharp because he picked up a lot of things really fast. I mean, to win 5 games in a row, you don't really know what the system is. That means he was out there playing football on his own merits. And you don't even know them dudes he's playing with that well, yet he's hitting them right in the chest with the ball, hitting perfect timing. This is why I say, wow, what is it going to be like when he has a normal situation, come out there and work with the guys, get a lot of reps in. I still want to talk about the franchise tag. Is that Jimmy G fixing? Okay, you know what? I see Jimmy G's not being a vain dude, but he's constantly working on his clothes to make sure everything's right. You think he's aware of how cool he is? Kyle thought it was going to be hard for him to go in there, and since he didn't have enough time to go in and show that he deserved to be. That's why I'm saying the dude is shocking. That's why I keep calling him a freak. Jimmy came in there just handling. And the dude's confidence is off the chart. That's what I like about him. He's going to throw a few INTs next year. You know, because some people start crying about, I don't know, man, he's got a lot of INTs. You know why? Because he's daring, he's brave, he's bold. You know, that quarterback, when he gets the plays down right, gets work with his receivers all the time, the INTs we're worried about now will disappear. Yeah. Did God just say how it'd be with a bunch of money? Yeah. So I just want to see him out there. Jimmy G, man, he's out there leading the team. He gets people all pumped up. I don't remember ever seeing a quarterback running up and down the sideline. Let's go, guys. Let's go, man. Get, you ready to roll, man? You ready to kick some man? You know you're bad. Yeah. That's what I worry about, man. Can we stay healthy? Because you know what? As many guys as we lost, especially on defense, what if they would have all stayed healthy? And we had Jimmy G like in game 6. He won 5 in a row with the team being in the condition it was. What if we had a healthy team? Say Jimmy came in at game 6. I wonder if he would have lost another game the rest of the way. Because this boy, man, Jimmy G does not like losing. Yeah. Did I call him? What's Thomas's first name? Isn't it? Is it LaDamian? Wait. What's Thomas's first name? Isn't it? Mark, isn't his name LaDamian? What's his first name? You don't know either. What's Thomas's first name? You know what I thought about? I thought it was LaDamian. Quickly, give it to me because I can correct myself. Anyway, Cowtown, Texas. See you in the NFC Championships, guys. Lakin, right. Lakin. My bad. Lakin Thomason. Called it over. I was still close. It starts with an L. Oh, God. And Joel King, Jimmy G needs some Gucci and you know he's wearing, I mean, he's probably got Gucci shoes on. Oh, a coma slip. Somewhere in the 85 mil for cap left, if I recall through the grapevine, though, have trouble. To double check my facts to be sure, yeah. 85, yeah. You know what? Because they're going to roll over some of that cash. 49ers ain't going to make no whole lot of changes. I mean, I figure they'll sign 3 or 4 guys, but there'll be 4 impact players, not guys that you hope will make the team. They'll be solid. And I'm looking for that shock. I can't wait for that shocking sign, you know? Shoot, how we're going to respond to our schedule. People, you know what? Teams seeing the 49ers on the schedule this year, you know how every year we talk about, oh, we got this team on the schedule, this team, oh, man, we got some trouble with this team. All them teams to see our name on the schedule now? Oh, man. 49ers coming in December, man. We ready for that? Because they ain't like the 49ers they used to be, man. We gotta, get ready, man. Oh. The third eye, I got enough. Thanks, man. Lakin. I think that's like the little Damien, you know. Ismail, thank you, man. Eric Seneca, can't wait to get to see my 49ers play this year in Tampa. Boy. Jameson, if he comes out playing like he did, well, you know what? He got hurt last year. And you know what? I got a feeling something about, they must have changed something in Tampa. They got to go through a new offense in Tampa. Maybe, it may take them a while. Yeah, we have Joel's got it down the math down. We got 90 million. We got 90 million left. This is why I wonder, are they going to re-sign certain people? How much cap do we have? Okay, there you go. Eric, you got it now. Eric, it's 90 mil. You already see that probably. Yeah, hell yeah. In fact, we're talking about cap. John Center said, "Wait, we got plenty of money left, so we're not worried about that. It's a trade-off we'd rather take. We'll pay Jimmy G. You got to pay for good quarterbacks." And they just ruin things for teams like, I don't know how much cap space Green Bay has, or even the Saints, but they gotta pay Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. Ooh. They got to pay Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees more money than Jimmy, I would suspect, because that's the way it goes. Everybody gets more and more, right? Oh, they're bragging on Cash Smart signing. Hey, John, you still got to get another edge rusher, man. I want 2 more edge rushers brought into camp. You get Ziggy and get somebody out of the draft. Who you want out of the draft for edge, man? I know, the corner. We don't need nobody off the edge, man. We need a cornerback. I know, but you know, I gotta have me an edge rusher. We're gonna get a cornerback anyway. We may get 2 or 3 cornerbacks, because everybody knows Dante Johnson ain't gonna be the man. We are done with the press conference. Yeah. Thanks, fam. You feeling that? Jimmy got you confident now? Oh, hey, are we gonna go right to the phones? We gonna shut down first? Anyway, Big Daddy says it's 49 time. Yeah, you know this. As a matter of fact, I wonder if we can make the switch without going through any changes. Maybe I can just stay right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm getting a head shake now. Stay right here and take them phone calls right now, and we can talk about the press conference and anything else you want to talk to, because we don't get enough talking. I'm a little concerned, though. Yesterday, last night I got carried away because I didn't realize they were having a press conference. No sleep. So if I pass out while we're having fun here, don't worry about it. I'll wake back up. But you know how them hypes be doing? They're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden they pop up in the middle of a sentence, come back. I ain't gonna do that to you, though. Besides, I ain't no hype. I'm about the healthiest dude you probably know. I mean, I go to extremes, you know what I'm saying? Because in the back of my mind, I still want to see if I can try out and play as a cornerback for the 49ers. Don't tell anybody I told you that, though, because I know I could get Dante's job, man. That boy can't play no ball, man. Damn. Time I watched Dante play, man. So who taught you that, man? You learned more than that when you went to junior high level. Come on, D. So I don't know, man. Hey, check out the app, because I got some cornerbacks in there you might check out. Dude, there's a few. That 6'3" dude out of LSU, man. Number 66'2". Anyway, because the 49ers, I got a feeling they're gonna stick to the plan. They're not gonna get anybody that's too short. That's why I know Butler's probably not coming. They ain't gonna offer him nothing. Also, not Jimmy, but Denzel Ward. He looks good out on the field. Dude is physical. He's fast. But I just don't see it, man. They need more size at that position in the cover 3 system, man. So we'll see. I can't imagine what, though. And then you got Tremaine over in L.A. So, and it's going to be interesting to see what the Rams do and who they can keep, because the Rams ain't got no cash, man. I think they don't have any draft. And then you look at the Hawks. Man, that's a team that's in deep trouble. I hope the 49ers, because, we got some success coming. It's inevitable. I hope the 49ers don't end up like this in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? With people walking up in the front office. I got to get paid, y'all. I'm the reason why we're doing so damn well. And I'm running around here having to borrow money from my mama and everything else. So, I mean, I got to be compensated. The Hawks did that. One at a time, they came in complaining about their money. In the middle of contracts, I need a contract renewal. We could take the same route as Belichick. You notice how nobody plays that with Belichick? 49ers could have that same model. We don't play with people, man. We don't beg you to play. We'll get rid of you in the middle of the season. I have a feeling that's what happened to Butler. He may have PO'd the people in the front office to deal with contracts, because you notice you never see people complaining. They had one of the best edge rushers in the league. And was it Chandler Jones? His last name Jones? Man, Chandler, this dude goes to Arizona, one of the best guys, and they got rid of him? They don't have any problem getting rid of you in New England. And they get another dude right in there, but the defense wasn't. The defense was good, though. I don't know how they do it. But they get rid of Jamie Collins, get out. Chandler Jones, get out. They was about to let Dante Hightower get out. Dante, you don't like it? Get your ass up out of here, man. People want to play for the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a Patriot? We got no problem with that. Bye. Dante, that's how it is. LeGarrette Blount. These guys all go out and they look around for another job. That's why I know Eric Reed and Carlos Hyde are going to be given that option. Guys, we're pretty much going to lay that on you. Take a look at that. That's going to be our final offer. Now, what you do is you go ahead and that offer will be there, and that'll be on the table for you each. But you go out and see if there's anybody you want to. I mean, if you want to deal around and see if you can beat that, that's your business. You go right ahead. But we'll be here waiting for you if nothing gets better for you. What happens? So if Eric Reed goes out and he shops around, gets a better deal, he'll take it. Carlos Hyde goes. Oh, Carlos, don't go to Seattle. If he goes over there and they tell him, and they will too. You know why? Because they'll want to know what Carlos Hyde knows about the offensive system. Because if you get a blueprint of Kyle Shanahan's system, it's not going to help you, though. Kyle Shanahan manipulates defenses as he sees it. So whatever you do, there's a weak link on everybody's defense. Like with the 49ers. If Kyle played against the 49ers, the first thing you do is go after Dante. Where else is there? On a defensive line, where do you pull? What's the weakest part of our offensive line? You know? These are the things. Kyle's going to send his guys where you're weakest. So, he can teach. Pete the Cheat can pick him all he wants to, take notes and everything else. Ain't going to help, man. See, that's, So I'm looking forward to that. All right, hey, fam, we're going to go live here. We're already live. I'm talking about, we're going to answer the phone right now. So if you have any questions or, you want to add anything to what we already seen? Yeah. Hey, what was that rhyme go? Get off the bus, Gus. Hey, I got my wrong headphones on. I need these other phones. Where do we plug in here? I can't hear anything.
Yo, Ronbo.
Oh. Yeah. Yo, Gus.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Gus. Are you impressed, man? You see Jimmy G standing there with his Gucci suit on? That might have been an Armani jacket, though. You feeling confident?
Man, I gotta give credit to the Niners too, man. They're serious about improving their team.
Gus, your fade.
Adam Schefter. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you very well. Gus, you're not on speakerphone, are you?
No.
Okay. Oh, now you're clear. Now you're clear. Stay at that volume right there. Go ahead, Gus. Yeah.
So I got to give credit to the Niners front office, man, because by looking at what they put out this morning, by how they set up this deal, man, the Niners, they put $40 million of his guaranteed money in the first year. So that means that for the first couple of years, even we're still going to be able to add people because they're not breaking in and being cheap and only putting $20 million each year, and dragging it out. They want to improve our team.
Yep.
So What do you think about that? You know, that they're taking a huge hit in the first year, so that way they can still add people next year as well, and the year after that.
It's vintage Parag, classic Parag Marath. This dude, they got the right guy in the right position, man. He'll get that. He knew going in the hand because he's the kind of guy that actually anticipates what's going to happen in the future. This is what I like about Parag. You'll never see anything stupid in contracts. 49ers are really good with getting contracts to work. And they kind of screwed up with Cap, but I don't know. I'm not sure what the problem. I think it was more Trent Baalke. But this contract, like you say, this provides a little margin to do things next year and take the hit this year when they got a lot of money.
Classic Parag Marath.
And that way you don't end up with this problem. So yeah, I like it.
Because I like how they're setting up to where they're going to be able to pay the man as far as DeForest Buckner in a couple of years, in 2 years. They're going to have to pay him.
Got
so
to,
it's good
man.
that they're, taking the hit now because you have to build the team from within,
Sure. So, he's nothing but intelligence.
So, but, man, like you were saying yesterday, they're getting a big head start on the free agent recruiting here because you see all those people tweet. I think I seen Bryce Butler tweet saying, "What's going on in the Bay Area, Jimmy G?"
What's going on in the Bay Area?
Everybody sees it, man.
That's why I want to know who.
Everybody sees it.
Who was Jones talking to? We still haven't revealed that yet. It might have been Bryce. May have been Bryce.
Yeah, it may have been Bryce. Yeah.
Since he already came out and said so, well, what he's saying now, he's asking the same question. So yeah. Hey, how do you feel about Bryce?
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you feel about Bryce? Would you add him?
Bryce Butler?
Yeah.
I would, but I don't think they need to in the first couple of days of free agency. He's one of those, maybe even third-tier free agent where they can get him like a week after the free agency starts. I think they have to, like you said the other way, we have to focus on getting that edge rusher free agency, man, because you don't want to go into the draft with a big old sign saying, "Help, help, help, we need an edge rusher." And then people jump in front of you and take the guy you want.
I know, right? So, I'd say, hey, y'all want to trade up? Come on, man. You call me up to tell me you're going to take the player I want, and you don't even need him? Yeah. You ain't no good. No, I ain't trading up. So you're right. Don't give anybody the advantage. So I agree. So.
And one more thing before I get out of here, because I know you're going to get callers here pretty soon. Man, what's up with all these jokers on in the media, like I don't know if it was ESPN or what. They're like, he has leverage, so I understand why they gave him the money, but that's too much for just 7 stars. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Are we gonna drag it out and have a Kirk Cousins situation, and then his agent gets involved, and then he gets to leave scot-free after 3 years? No.
Yeah.
Well, what is the alternative? And then people keep saying that franchise tag was only $24 million, $23 million. They don't know. People don't know that. Some people talk out of there. You know what? They don't know. That's a basic tag. If you don't want him to be able to talk to people, there's a call that is exclusive tag where you have to pay him $27 million if you don't want nobody else to talk to him and drive up the price.
That's right. Yeah. See, they don't understand. They don't understand that.
What's 2 times 27? That's $54 million.
There you go.
That they were going to have to pay him either way.
There
the
you
first
go.
2 years.
There you go. See, people don't understand. And also, it's not good for your quarterback to be, that's an insecure feeling where he's got that tag going. Maybe you don't go 100%. Maybe he doesn't go all out. You go ahead and you show confidence in him, pay the man. I mean, we've seen a small enough sample, sure enough. But what did you see in that sample? If I look at CJ, I know I don't franchise tag him. If I look at even what's his name, that just won the Super Bowl, Nick Foles, I don't franchise tag him either. Because I look around the league and I see there's people that can actually compete with him. Gus, let me ask you, honestly, how many quarterbacks do you see around the league that you think can compete with Jimmy G right now and take his job? We bring him into camp. Could they actually take Jimmy G's job? Other than Drew Brees, Tom Brady.
There's only about like 2 or 3. It's Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and then out of respect, Tom Brady. That's it.
There you go. So obviously you pay the man. See, that's why the argument is just, this is just people in the media having something to talk about. Gus, I'll tell you what, man.
Is it really that big of a difference before I get out of here between Joe Flacco getting $20 million and Jimmy G getting $27 a year? Come on, man.
Excellent example.
All right.
All right, fam.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, man. Yeah,
appreciate you, Gus. You too, man. Yeah. Got me some people in the media. Hey, get ready for that. Brace yourself, man, because the media's going to be starting with that stuff. 7 starts. The 49ers just got through overpaying Jimmy G. Oh, yeah? Well, what would you just let Jimmy G go and go back from scratch again? Get out of here with that. 9:25. You're in. Is that Dublin? Dubin, California. Is there a Dubin, California? I know there's a Dublin. You live here. Dublin, California. Hello. Area code 925. Come on in, Dublin. Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name?
Nate, it's Nate from the other day. I thought I'd come in and check out the show, talk about Jimmy.
Nate, you just come on in here, man. Would you check out that press conference?
Oh yeah, I gotta watch it. I gotta see. He just looks so sharp up there. That they all look so good. I just wanted to talk real quick about. It's amazing that a year ago we're sitting there. And they announced these guys come in and they have these picture ops, and these two guys come in, and I mean they've made the NFL look easy in a matter of a year. They've got a franchise quarterback. They have the second most money in free agency.
Even still.
And I mean, I just don't get how I don't see any way that Jimmy really fails just because the throws, like I talked about the other day, the throws he was making are just
ridiculous.
Not many quarterbacks make those kind of throws, man.
Yet people are asking, they overpaid him. He's only played 7 games. Don't you love that? Did you? I mean, what else do you need to see? Just like you're saying now, these are the points I'm talking about. He makes excellent throws. His judgment, his field leadership skills, everything. He's a whole package. You can see it. You don't need to see a whole year to franchise tag him and, like Gus was saying, add up all that extra unnecessary money.
Exactly, and that's the thing is. If you look at the Kirk Cousins situation,
ain't it ugly?
It's got to be one of the most toxic situations, like the guy before me said, in all of sports. I mean, the guy got franchise tagged twice in a row, and then the day of the Super Bowl, they're announcing they might franchise tag him again.
Yeah.
That's terrible. It looks bad on your organization, and people talk terrible about the Washington Redskins because they probably are the second worst organization in football right now.
And heading toward number 1. I agree.
Yeah, they're heading towards number 1, especially. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is you have a guy who John Lynch came in and said, we want Jimmy. Jimmy's our guy. We want Jimmy. And he didn't beat around the bush. He said, this is our guy, and he went out and got it done as soon as the Super Bowl was over. And now they have, all this time to hit up Ziggy Ansah like we talked about, or hit up Tremaine Johnson and say, hey, we got a franchise quarterback. This thing's moving, and we're one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. And if you come in, you can be part of this too, you know?
And you don't have to run no long, hardcore pitch or anything like that. You're right. And wide receivers, you're going to have to hang up the phone on some of them because I can see it now. I believe you. Let me call you back, because a lot of these guys know when you got a quarterback like Jimmy G, you can get work done. Even if I don't want to stay with the 49ers for 1 year, people going to see me looking so good out there because I got this kind of quarterback. I can run my own price up. We can get used in that fashion, but that's okay as long as they get the work done. So
I mean, yeah, exactly. Think of Allen Robinson, being over there and being thrown to by Blake Bortles. And while, yes, he'll probably get franchise tagged, get screwed in the end. I mean, if you're a wide receiver in this league and your choices are being thrown to by Jimmy G, who somehow hits just every receiver and the passes are accurate and he's not leading them into generally not leading them into like dangerous
situations. You notice that
where guys get hit.
Yeah.
Or Blake Bortles, who I don't think that guy, he got really lucky in that game against the Patriots, but his throws are just abysmal. I mean, they're terrible.
Blake's just an athlete. I don't know that he's a quarterback. And somebody else said something. He's just a hard-nosed football player, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's a great quarterback. You can actually put Blake at fullback, too. It's really funny, or tight end or something. He's just a football player, but not necessarily a real precision quarterback. Well, Gus.
And that's the thing is, so you have Allen Robinson's like, okay, they announced that Blake Bortles is coming back. It's like, well, I don't want to play there anymore. I don't want to play Blake Bortles.
Hey, don't they?
I want
what's his
someone to
name?
come into football.
Don't they have Lee? Is his name Marquise Lee? That other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? They don't need to keep both. I'd be interested in Marquise. That boy looked good at the end of the season, man.
I just want to trade for, if you can't get a free agent wide receiver, trade for someone because, your offense is going to scream no matter what. I mean, we saw that.
Yeah, we've seen that. Yeah.
Yes, they weren't playing, the Jaguars every week. They played, the Bears and the Texans without Deshaun Watson.
But
it's going to scream against most teams in this league because nobody really has that good of a defense in the NFC except for maybe the Vikings.
I know.
And
they got exposed too.
Eagles, I guess, but they look terrible.
Nate, we're gonna stop.
Super Bowl.
Tell you what, Nate, we'll see you see Sunday. Yeah, we'll be back Sunday. Actually got a show tomorrow too, but we'll be back Saturday and Sunday, okay?
All right, sounds good. Hey, it was good talking to you again. I'll definitely try and get in and go Niners and
all right.
Jimmy G, here we go.
That's what it's gonna be now, Nate. All right, man, have a great night.
All right.
Or a great day, should I say. Oh, man.
You too, man. Bye.
Do. And we're going to Emilio. Emilio! Ah.
Yo.
Kind of early, huh?
Well, shit. Somewhat, Shit.
So, Emilio, how you feeling, man? You feeling confident? Because, for the last 2 years, Emilio's been saying, man, we ain't going to win, but we ain't gonna win no games, man. We still look like shit. Emilio, you ain't feeling that way this year, are you? What are you feeling now?
Well, I feel a lot better than I've done the previous year because it was just,
Yeah, no, you was right.
Like I told you before, the whole new coach is just new system, and everybody was getting hyped up Shanahan. I was hyped on him, but it was just new coach. Now, second year, and see what he can do with his with our new franchise elite quarterback.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole different story. I do have a different view, but it's just what I see now is that we need to get bigger, stronger, and better linemen. Like I said, this line was
Agreed.
okay.
Oh.
Now it's the object to protect this man, because if we don't have that, he's gonna get hurt, and our season will go to shit in just a matter of a few games, even a matter of seconds. So time is to get linemen to protect this man.
How much bigger and stronger can they get, though? Three. Here's the thing.
Well, I mean, like I said, Joe stated we need somebody to replace him. He's getting old. Technically, how many more years does he really have? Maybe 2, 3, maybe at the most. So we kind of do need, if he's not going to be there the whole time. Yeah. We might get a Super Bowl item with him, but still, you still got to look in the long run to get either younger guys. Some. Like I said, I've been talking about Noel, get him from the Panthers. It helps.
How old is he?
Still, like I said, we need protection for this man.
How old is
the number one key.
How old is Noel? Emilio, do you know?
I think he's early. I think he's in his 20s, maybe 24, 25, somewhere around.
Oh, okay, that's a good time. Okay. Right.
So I think somewhere around. I'm not really sure, but I just know he's young, so that would actually help us.
Yeah, because
like I said,
and you're right.
Then we can work around everything else we need.
Yeah,
pass rushers, another wide receiver. Decide what we
pass
want to do.
Rushers got to be right up there, though.
I don't see Hyde really sticking, and I don't see them giving Hyde a new contract for this upcoming season. I just don't see it.
Yeah, pass rushers got to be right there, equivalent though with the offensive line.
No, that, like I said, that's just the main things I'm seeing. It's just my top 3 things right now are just get a pass rusher, fix the line, and running back and wide receiver right there is just something we need. Like I said, I like Breida, but it's just we don't know what he can. He didn't really have a full chance to take the whole season on his own. Maybe we might see what he can do this year, but it's just something we need to really look at in running back as well. Yeah,
he might be ready this year. You know what? He may need more carries. Did you notice how Matt Breida looked a little better toward the end of the season?
No, he did. That's what I was saying. It's just you see what he can do. With more carries, he might do a lot better. Maybe a running back situation is set up, but I mean, what we can do with running back is get one in the draft. So you ain't got to spend so much money in free agency. I mean, you hear you did that thing Le'Veon Bell. Jimmy just got signed, great thing. He's like kind of hinting he might want to come, but I'm like, how much are you really going to cost to come over here? You're not going to really take a pay cut and say, you know what, I'll take a minimum here and then I can work with y'all. But one season, you might get one season at him, but the next year, I want to get paid. So it's cool. We got all this money, but you don't want to really start overpaying everybody. Then you're gonna have a problem. Then you're gonna have to cut everybody or let players go at the same time. So, like I said, it's good. We got a lot of money. Spend it smart, but at the same time, you don't want to spend too much and go too damn crazy because at the end, you're gonna be like, damn, we're gonna
look
2-3 years down the road,
we're not
gonna have no money to spend, and then you're gonna figure out what. Play around with the roster. And if you want to trade some of these guys, some teams might not take them. Like, man, he's too much. I don't want him. So,
yeah. Or too old. Because that usually happens about 3 or 4 years after success starts. Exactly. So, we ran out of time, man. I see you this weekend, man.
Yeah, for sure, Ronbo.
All right, Emilio. Thanks for calling, fam. Talk to you later.
Right.
And hey, Cynthia.
Hey, Ronbo.
Cynthia's fired up, boy.
Yes, Jimmy G, yes. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited.
You should be. This is all systems a go now. We got to be looking around, clowning around, trying to figure out what they got to go over here and do this, but they still got to worry about Jimmy. Jimmy is done. Let's go get the fun.
Yes,
see what I did there?
mean, I agree with that prior caller. One thing I did not want was a Kirk Cousins situation with the franchise tagging. Oh, my goodness. That's a mess over there.
That's a mess. And now look, after he pays all that money and wastes all that time, Kirk Cousins is out, top free agent quarterback.
I know.
That makes no sense.
The shame is he's not nearly as good, in my opinion, my humble opinion, he's not nearly as good as Jimmy G.
I agree. So that's shared by a lot of people. He doesn't have the intangibles and ceiling. You can see right now, Jimmy G's ceiling is extremely high. Kirk has already peaked out. I don't know if people know, but with the Kirk you see now, that's as good as it gets. So,
somebody's going to wind up paying more for him than we paid for Jimmy G. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm one of those type of people. When I want something and I think something is going to benefit me, money cannot be an object for me. You just have to go for what you need and want. You know how long? I've been a fan since 1979. I've seen, I've lived through some good quarterbacks, and we have been in a really serious situation with quarterbacks until Jimmy G came. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about CJ. Love CJ. I thought he was very, very strong, and he's going to learn a lot. Where CJ was drafted to be a project, and
exactly.
CJ is very good. Yeah. But honey, I don't know any quarterback. I don't even know quarterback that's playing that could be better. That's better than Jimmy G. I just don't.
Honestly, I feel the same way. I didn't want to say that because you're going to get, you sit there, be prepared, you're going to get hit with a lot of arguments. I agree. Carson Wentz, I got in an argument with the guy about Carson Wentz being bad. I said, you know what? Carson is good. He is a good quarterback. I said, but there's some things that he cannot do that Jimmy can do. So,
right.
What? Like what? Oh, you know what? Carson, I've seen his accuracy. It's not quite as sharp as Jimmy's. That's it. And they got all crazy. So, you're going to get these arguments. But I agree with you, Cynthia. I don't see a better talent. I put him there with Aaron Rodgers, actually.
I do too. I mean, you know something with this signing, because I've been hurt ever since we passed over Aaron Rodgers in the draft. I felt some heads needed to roll back then when that happened, and I've been kind of hurt ever since. I'm just going to be honest with you, but today makes me feel, I got over that hurt now. I'm over it. Now we got Jimmy G.
He's going places, Cynthia, and you called it right. You're a good judge of talent. Jimmy G is a freak. I call him a freak because he does things that don't make any sense. That sidearm shot to Trent Taylor in the end zone for that touchdown, I had to stand up on that a minute. I said, what? What?
You know what? Even the defenders, that was the Jaguars game, right?
Yeah. I mean. Go ahead.
Even the Jaguars defenders, they said, we don't even know how he did that.
Yeah, Calais Campbell. Tweeted out about that. I don't know how he got that pass off. So you see, a lot of them going to look confused next year. Cynthia, we got to go, Cynthia. I'm going to tell you what, you get some time.
I'm going to let you go, but I got to just say one more thing.
Please.
My Jimmy G jersey came in today.
Look at you. I'm getting mine soon. I cannot be out. Everybody's got the 10 already.
I got my 10. Well, listen, everybody in Niner Empire, have a good weekend. Thank you, Ronbo, for everything you do.
Thank you, Cynthia. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
All right. And it's the Emperor Guz.
What's good? What's good, man?
Guys, I love your name, man. It's all right, man. Good.
Yep. I'm over here in New Jersey, man. I'm a huge Niners fan. I bleed gold over here. Yeah. We got family over here, man.
Good. I tell you, you have a lot to cheer about soon too, because it's been the Giants, the Jets look like they're on the uprise. Philly, and you're in the tri-state area where Philly fans have got to be going nuts. I mean, and you still remain loyal. Let's go, man.
Yeah, yo, I get beat up. I still talk trash all day. But I have to say So I went to I said, you know what? I'm not gonna be sour. I'm gonna go to the parade, and just the atmosphere was like love out there. It was like
electric. Everybody
was just showing love and happy, and I was happy for them. But then deep down inside, it was like, damn, I wish that was the Niners.
I know, you're right.
It hurt. Oh, man. It hurt a lot, yo. But my one question to you would be like, well, first your show is amazing the way you have it set up. I just introduced last week.
Thanks, man.
To it, yeah. And I needed this. I need to come to this place to be able to see all this red and gold because. It's miserable over here. I don't have a lot of Niner friends.
They're over there though.
So, yeah, now they're there. It's just like sprouted, or they like whisper. Yeah. They're whispering in my ear like, "Yo, I'm a Niners fan with you."
You guys got to come out the closet. See this, man.
But now my one question to you is: when Alex Smith came, how did you feel when we signed him? Do you feel the same way that you felt about Jimmy G?
And honestly, I could say I did because Alex Smith coming out of school, he was absolutely shiznit, right? So you got the feeling that Alex Smith would come in, but we didn't get a large sample of Alex Smith like we did with Jimmy G. We already know what he did in school, but now we know Alex. You know what's so funny though now, guys? I know Alex Smith is as good as he was at school. It just took him a while to arrive. Alex Smith is a bad dude. I think he's really a bad dude now. In fact, if he hadn't signed already, I would sign him over Kirk Cousins in a heartbeat.
Okay.
But Jimmy G is another story. We saw him come in and give us like a serious audition. This boy is bad. I mean, he is really bad.
I mean, if Belichick is crying over him, there's got to be something about him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If he's ready to leave. Like if it's like a heartbreaker. Like there has to be something. So I'm glad that we signed him.
I am too.
I just don't want to get. I still don't want the whole Niner family to get too excited. I mean, I'm glad we. And that's another question. Like our cap space. Like how I didn't look at all that other stuff because it just happened. Yeah. So do we still have space? Do we have stuff that still go out?
You got 90 million. 90 million left. They had. This is we could thank Trent Baalke for one thing. Never wanted to spend no money. The team looked like ass, but that's because he didn't want to spend no money. Now we got the money to spend and we can build. So I'm done. It's looking good, man.
Wow.
Contract is set up so they'll take a big hit this year, but the next year and the next year, plenty of money to add talents. No problem.
Wow, and just to think about what he had, like Pierre Garçon was gone. He wasn't throwing it to nobody. So just imagine when you give him something.
You know what, though? You got to remember one thing. This is the thing about Jimmy G. This is why I say, when you say, what do you think about Jimmy G? You have the same feelings you did for Alex. Jimmy G's out there making every receiver out there looking like they need to be in the Pro Bowl. You got Marquise Goodwin almost hit 1,000 yards. He not got hurt. He clipped that 1,000 yards with 5 games with Jimmy G. That's all he had. And then you look at also Selleck. He hasn't been an all-star tight end. Jimmy G makes him look like one. Trent Taylor bringing him along like a rookie, looking like a veteran. This is the thing what Jimmy G can do. You don't have to be a superstar. He's going to make you look good. Because we got to stop, though, fam.
That's amazing, yo.
Well, guys, we call you. Come in this weekend, man. Let's talk some more, all right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Ron, blessed to see you all the way from Jersey. And I love your show, bro. I love your platform.
Thanks, man.
If you need any graphics done, that's what I do. Social media.
All right, appreciate that. All right, man. I will. Yeah, drop me an email at Ronbo Sports at gmail.com, and so I can keep communications. All right.
All right, brother.
All right. Have a good night. A good day. I keep it early. All right.
All right.
Let's go to. We're going to Moreau. Moreau, what's up?
What's up?
Moreau?
Okay, so this is the one you and I was talking about.
Moreau?
Where?
Moreau, where you at, man? Can you hear me? Hello, Moreau.
The swimming time.
All right, Moreau's got something going. We'll come back to Moreau. He's got something going on there. It's early today, you know. Did I hear him say something about swimming time? Hey, Rod!
Finally, the rod has come back to Ronbo Live.
Hey, Rod, what's up?
I'm gonna just give you 6 reasons why he was.
Rod? Hello, Rod? Rod, your phone just died on me, Rod. Hello. Rod may have to come back to us. All right. Hey, let's go to hey, Zach. Zach, where to go? What's up, man? Well, Zach, it's all over, man. You see Jimmy G sitting there and between John and Kyle getting ready to get busy. We're ready, man.
Finally, it's happened. The day has come where Jimmy G will be a Niner for 5 more years. 5 more years. Good football. He was paid a lot, but I think it was worth it. I think every cent was worth it.
Easily. Next year, we're going to be looking at it as like it's a bargain. Wait, after one season, watch this. Man, we got away, man. Jimmy G needs to get paid more money than that. That was just a ridiculous season as we're coming down 13-3 or something crazy like that, right? And honestly, Zach, how many games do you think we're going to win next year?
Well, on our schedule, we play every team in the NFC West twice, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we play the Bucs and the Giants.
Yeah.
Then we play all the NFC North, and who do we play from the? And then we play
AFC West, yeah.
So I'm looking at 12 wins. I say. I mean, our challenges gotta be the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Packers with Rodgers back.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Rams will be a good game. I see that as a
twice,
split maybe.
Yeah.
And then Seahawks, they're declining. But
badly, really badly.
That could be 2 wins if they get lucky. That's split.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the AFC West, I don't see Chiefs being good. I can't trust Patrick
Not now.
Mahomes.
No.
Chiefs aren't going to be good. And then the Raiders, just no. Chargers, they're a good team. I see us beating them.
It's going to be close. That game's going to be tough, though, because they got a great defense. Bosa and what's the other guy's name? That's been there for what?
Bosa and Ingram.
They really do bother me. I've watched them a lot this year. Man, that's gonna be tough. But yeah, who else?
And then Giants and Bucks are 2 easy wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see about 12.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to choose a range, I'd go from 10 to 13.
It's a good observation because you know what? And like my only concern is our defense. I'm gonna relax so much when I know we got an edge rusher that can come off and actually raise hell. I like the fact that they kept Cassius Marsh. I think he's got lots of potential, but I do want another guy in there to compete with him and show me which one's the best because I want that edge.
Isn't Tremaine Edmonds the linebacker from VT? Can't he play edge?
Yeah. In fact, he's like that versatile guy that's dangerous from both the Sam, the edge. They can put him at the defensive tackle because he's got the right size. I mean, defensive end. This guy can play pretty much. He's like another version of J.J. Watt. You put him wherever he's at, he's gonna be causing destruction. So I like him anywhere on that line.
Yeah. And I like him too, but it looks like what we need right now is definitely an edge, a guard, and like, I mean, I don't really see wide receiver as a big need, but if we could get a wide receiver, it would be good because
don't spend any
I don't
money.
know about you, Ronbo, but during those from when Jimmy G was playing, I absolutely loved the way Marquise Goodwin was playing.
And my dude.
If Marquise Goodwin could play that way with Pierre Garçon as either, and Pierre Garçon could step up as number 1 receiver, and if Marquise Goodwin is our number 2 receiver playing like that, I honestly don't really see.
Especially now. Especially now they've already developed chemistry. Zach, we're out of time, man. Appreciate you calling in. All right, if you get some time, see Sunday. We'll be back, all right?
Okay, see you later, Ronbo.
All right, bro. And let's go to Josh. Hello, Josh. Yo. Hey, Josh.
Hey. Happy Aloha Friday, Brother Ronbo.
Hey. Happy Friday. I like this, Josh. I haven't said Happy Friday to anybody in a long time. It is a Happy Friday. Josh, what's going on, man? You just started Jimmy G.
In Hawaii, it's Aloha Friday every Friday. So.
Oh, Aloha Friday. Hey, it's Josh from yesterday, Josh. Hey, Josh. Yeah.
What's up, man?
Sucks, man. Josh. Sitting there just...
First of all, man, thank you, Ronbo, for having this platform for all the Niner fans. Man.
Dang.
Really appreciate it.
It's such a pleasure. I love talking 49er football every day, and this is just getting more and more fun, too. So appreciate you, Josh.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
So, so I got into it with one of my buddies.
We're all going through this now.
But, like, these guys have a special place in your heart. He's a Raiders fan.
Tell him I said hi, will you? Oh,
I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a meme that's going around, a meme that shows when you start getting tax money and you spend it on unnecessary stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of, like, a jet, a dude with, like, a tiger or something, and then a picture of Jimmy G next to John and Kyle. I was like, you shouldn't even talk. So what is that contract you guys gave to Derek Carr last year? Did that work out
right?
for you guys? You know what I mean?
Right? I mean, come on. I mean, the last person that has anything to say is a Raider.
Any room to talk as Raiders fans.
None. And he's failing and getting worse. And last year, the offensive coordinator just threw his hands up in the air and quit on him. What is that? I mean, come on. So, you know.
And he was like, you guys put all your eggs in one basket. I was like, all right, show me another franchise quarterback. We'll let go Jimmy and show who do we pay then? Who?
Tell you. He's got nothing to offer on that. And also, remind them that we got more eggs than that, okay? It's, you don't run around finding 4 and 5 quarterbacks to bring into camp. That's just stupid. You find one that's worth keeping and you work him. And he already proved enough in a 5-game stretch last year. You know, Raider fans are going to do their best to irritate until we beat them next year, and then you'll have peace. They'll still find a way to talk, but it'll be white noise. You don't have to listen. It has no impact whatsoever. Or silver and black noise. That's a better name for it. Dumbass.
Wait quickly before I go. Shout out to Jet York for being a man of his word and not butting into John Lynch's business.
Hey, true, huh? Yeah.
It's like somebody knocked some sense into him. I'd like to think it's us fans because I was one of the people he blocked off his Twitter because I was just posting to keep him trimmed.
Did you have to?
You really gonna keep this douchebag? You're gonna bet the whole farm with the guy who, you know what I mean?
That's so funny. A lot of people got blocked. I didn't even talk to Jed during that time because I was so mad. I talk to him now because I appreciate what he did. So I figured I wouldn't bother him until now. Now I talk to him. Jed, you did a great job. You got this guy. You got rid of Trent. Thank you so much. But yeah, he was making people awfully mad.
Well, he still hasn't unblocked me, but it's cool.
Yeah, no,
he's listening to the show.
Yeah, Jed.
Thank you, Jed. we still got no love for you, but you're going in the right direction. We're winning this over.
Josh, how you gonna do, man? And, you can't say that and get unblocked. You gotta say, Jed, I've seen the error of my ways. You're doing a great job, and I really appreciate it if you unblock me so we can talk. You know, it's too bad they don't have an appeal section where you can after you get blocked, you can go back and apologize.
It's like, come on, Jed. It's like you have a fight with your wife, you know?
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. I should have never done that. You know what I mean?
Josh, we gotta go, Josh. Tell you what, good luck with Jed. Man, you know what you do? Talk to other people that know Jed and tell them that give them your name and everything and see what they say. All right. Josh, have a great day. We'll be back Sunday. All right, bro.
Special shout out to the Redskins owners for not giving us Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? He blocked us from getting him last year. Look at us now, bitch. It's Jimmy G time, Optimus time. All right. Aloha, brother Ronbo.
Aloha, Josh. Have a great night. So, right, I already made that post. Told that owners, Daniel Snyder, thank you. You're out of your mind, but thank you for keeping that happening from not happening. No Kirk Cousins. He would be with us right now. Jimmy G, I can't imagine where he'd be. Man, he'd be in Washington probably. DeMille.
What's up, Ronbo? Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, happy Friday, DeMille. It really is a happy Friday now, DeMille. Now they can get busy on them things that we've been talking about for weeks. It's through with Jimmy.
Yeah, I just got through watching the press conference. Just got off work a little while ago on my way home. And, saw that you had a notification up, so I figured I'd go ahead and jump on because I know this is rare for you to come on this early.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know I didn't know they were gonna have the press conference today until last night. I said, oh, got to get up for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know, one of the things that I think about Ronbo when I see those guys on stage, I don't know, it represents a strong picture of change,
don't it?
Because when I think back to the Trent Baalke years. One of the things that we were known for, unfortunately, I even heard Matt Mayoko say it as well. 49ers at that time, had a reputation of just being cheap and not wanting to really pay a lot. And, and I hated that. I hated us being associated with that because for so long, we were, I guess you could say, when we shopped for players, we went to Tiffany.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We weren't bargain basement. Now don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a bargain, but it seemed like that's all we was doing at some point.
And that ain't gonna work.
And so, right. And so now when you look at us, and you see the new regime, and don't get me wrong, the cap space is good. I like the fact that Jimmy G got paid. I'm not really worried about the 7 sample games that they're talking about. But the point that I'm trying to make is that, sometimes you got to spend money. That's just the way it is. And I'm not upset about it. I'm glad that we're not, me and a couple of the Niner buddies, we had a running joke going, and man, we like, with Trent Baalke, we Dollar General shopping for these players. And, Dollar General is a local store here in Alabama where you can just buy everything for like $4 or $5. And
that was Trent.
Yeah. And now, Ronbo, guess where we shopping at? Saks Fifth Avenue. Tiffany.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know.
And it's a beautiful thing to see this change happening, man. I'm so elated. Man, that's nice to see.
Look for and while they're shopping up at Tiffany's and Saks, look for another shock within the next, there'll be some wink. I figured right before the free agency period starts. It'll be done by March, right? Yeah, so you know what? Look for some crazy conversations to start hitting the media, maybe as early as next week, because they can actually make these talks. So we may have not seen nothing yet.
Let me ask you this question, Ronbo, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I really, whenever I call in, I don't really say much about Carlos Hyde, but I'm going to go ahead and jump in real quick. Number one, I want to say I like Carlos Hyde. I got respect for him, but I just don't know if he's the long-term answer. And don't get me wrong, I like him, but I'm just being, a realist about it.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, do you think it would be a good idea for us to go after a Le'Veon Bell in the draft and not in free agency if he's available?
Yeah, and my own personal opinion is no. Like I say, Le'Veon Bell is way too expensive and unnecessary to spend that kind of money. You can get a great running back. This year, the draft in itself is ridiculous with running backs. I mean, there's some talents in there that I wonder just how good they are. And they're going to have the camp full of running backs anyway. So Le'Veon would be in there competing with the rest of them. And I'm sure he'd win, but he'd still be asking for 14, 15, $16 million. I don't know if the 49ers have to pay that much in this scheme because it's a passing league now. Le'Veon can make a difference, but I don't know that I'd want to pay that much money for Le'Veon. But he is fun to watch, ain't he? Woo! Man. So, DeMille? You're framed. DeMille, we're out of time, though. Let's continue this Sunday, DeMille. All right? All right. Looks like DeMille's frames froze. Okay. Let's go ahead. Are we going back here to?
Okay. Joe Williams, and I know. Yeah, can you?
Wait, I didn't hear that part. One more time, DeMille.
Oh, I think I was in a bad area, Ronbo, but I'll holler at you later, though.
All right, fam. Let's continue with that subject when you get back, all right? All right. Yeah, you get dead zones when you're running out. Hey, Rod.
The Rod is back for a second time than one day. Man, my battery died on me, man. What I was saying to you is I got 6 good reasons why this man deserved the money.
All right.
I'm going to call him out.
All right.
Jim Druckenmiller, Tim Rattay, Blaine Yogurt.
Oh, Blaine Yogurt.
John Hill, Ken Dorsey. Do I need to keep going, Ronbo?
Please don't. I mean, it's making me. It's bringing back bad, painful memories, especially that Blaine Yogurt in Rattay. Oh my God.
It's safe to say, man, we didn't had enough of the days of having crappy quarterbacks.
Yep.
When you got one in position,
pay him.
Sign that motherfucker,
yes.
man.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
And the thing that I like about the acquisitions and the moves that these guys are making, these fresh guys, is that it looks like they're trying to build for the longevity, man. And that's what you want, man, when you're trying to build a dynasty.
Mm-hmm. It's the only way you go get it done, too. And I like the Belichick model. If you don't like where you're at and you go, you hit the road and do whatever you can, because Belichick competes every year, and dudes are leaving there fixing other teams every season. A star leaves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's got to be. It's got to be. The system has to be accredited for something.
It's solid. Exactly.
It's a working system.
Mm-hmm. Plug.
And I think one thing about Kyle Shanahan that we can say is true is that, you know, he's all about preparation, man.
Mm-hmm.
He has his guys prepared, man.
Mm-hmm. And doesn't it make it crazy, Rod, to know that this year they'll actually know what they're doing? Last year they was feeling the way through. It was like a classroom situation all season long. I think they're past that hump. Yeah. I think this year they're going to be executing on right and left. I mean, really just making teams weak. Ooh, I can't wait.
Hey, I'm with you, man. I mean, because, I know you can relate when I say this. When Harbaugh came, things were looking so good that I thought the era of the 80s was back.
Yeah.
But it was a few things we just did not have. And, that was a great team. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it was.
What a nine side died. That was a great team. But I still think, we had mediocre cornerbacks like we had Terrell Brown.
Yeah.
We had Carlos was a reject from the Redskins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But Vic Fangio was a good defensive coordinator. And like the coach that we have now, Kyle Shanahan, I just think Fangio was a good guy as far as preparing this guy. And that's why we was able to get through with the lack of talent that we had.
Agreed. And the real problem there, too, was if they had, right now we got a GM and a coach on the same page. Trent Baalke was always on another page. That doesn't work. No. You cannot be on the opposite page as your head coach. And he's just fighting him all the way. And Rob, I don't understand, why did Trent want to fight his own coach? It makes no sense. How you going to win?
I don't get it.
Dang.
It didn't make no sense to me at all. Oh. It's like, why are always the great ones like that? Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones. Hey, I was glad to see him break up.
Yeah, I know, huh? Same here.
Okay.
But stupid.
We got rid of Deion came to us for 1 year.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like Deion. Oh, yeah, fuck Terrell Lawrence, too. I wasn't Terrell Lawrence fan. Until he said he didn't want to go in as a 49er.
Have you heard any more about that since? What did he go in as?
I think he said he wanted to go in as a Cowboy. The same folks that dumped him.
No, I got to go look. I forgot about that. Oh.
Man, Terrell Lawrence didn't even make it to see the new stadium, man.
Oh.
They got rid of him before Jerry World.
One of my favorite guys of all time, and that's what he did. Well,
But that hurt, man.
It did,
That hurt because it's like, the ramp that he had on the sideline that year with the offensive coordinator. I forgot the guy. Greg, was it Knapp?
Oh, yeah. What was his name? Yeah. But I know what you mean, yeah. He had a problem with everybody on, okay. Rod, we're out of time, but Rod, the mood was good till you brought up Terrell Owens. But it's all right. We'll get over him, man. You know what I'm saying? Rod,
I fucked up.
It's all right. Because we got these skeletons in a 49er closet. Every now and then, you got to talk about them, But Rod, let me see you Sunday, man.
Yeah.
All right?
If you smell with the Niners, it's cooking.
Rod! Woo! We'll see you next time. Let's get you. Latino Heat. Lorenzo.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
All right, man. Come on off that speakerphone, Lorenzo, because all I can hear is you way back in the back. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
How you doing today, bro?
Oh, man, we just got through seeing the press conference. It's all exciting, man, because, Lorenzo, it's going to get crazy good, man. I can't wait for the next surprise, and it's going to be soon, too. I just know it.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like I was telling you yesterday. I'm getting a whole bunch of grief from the Cowboy fans.
Well, you go get it. They said we overpaid, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And that press cut is better than
Jimmy G. And Lord knows that was just silly. Dak looked terrible this last year. I mean, just awful. Because he didn't have that famous offensive line to help him. That's what he's about. Him and Zeke in that offensive line is why Dak Prescott looked like a star last year. Zeke's out in prison, and the offensive line missing people. Now Dak comes all the way back down to earth. Ha ha! Yeah.
You know who makes me so mad is it that Ray Rattle, that reporter.
Ray Rattle. What did he say? I haven't checked him out today.
Because right after the press conference, they were asking him, and he goes, "Well, now you have to see how the other defenses are going to take away what Jimmy G is good at."
See,
are you stupid?
I know. See, because the defense, they had 5 weeks to work on that. Ray Rattle thinks all of a sudden the defense is just going to get great. So a lot of people think that way. But if that had been the case, then how come they couldn't figure out Matty Ice last year? It ain't about Kyle figures out the defense, not the other way around.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Kyle's going to scheme around that. They know they're going to try to take that away from him.
Mm-hmm. There's always a plan A, B, and C.
You remember how Big Show was heavy on wide receivers?
He still is.
After last night, and we signed that big quarterback that we needed, that we all love now.
Yeah.
There's a wide receiver in AZ that probably got about maybe 1 or 2 years left.
Larry?
And
Fitz.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
You talking about Fitz? Is Fitz contract? Is his contract up?
Yeah, because he's thinking about retirement, man. I mean,
That's
what
right.
what if he sees Jimmy G?
He may get revived, but
better than
I can't. He's such a Cardinal. Lorenzo, I can't imagine it. I really can't see him come. Players have done it just because they see a Super Bowl, but I really can't. I can see him going back to Minnesota because that's where he's from. I could see Fitz going back to Minnesota for one last year, and they'd take him too because he's a homeboy.
Yeah, but just think about it. If he does come this way, oh yeah,
you
red zone target.
You got to look at Larry, and not only that, Larry's just brilliant. I mean, he's just one of the most brilliant receivers you've ever seen. So yeah,
he's terrorized the 49ers for how long, Rumble?
Ever since I can remember. Fitz. How many games? I always said, we never lost the Cardinals as often as we lost to Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
At least for one season.
Yeah, I know. Huh?
Super Bowl run. That would be nice.
We may see something like that. It may be this super vet that comes out of nowhere we're going to see. That means the 49ers really are fully aware of the fact they could be going to the Super Bowl. Usually it takes 2 years. Well, this year you'd see what you got. And if you're that short, you know exactly what guy you need, and then you go get him. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to get a super vet this year, though. But we'll see. Lorenzo,
you think they might go after another running back, though, in the offseason?
Not in free agency, no.
For the draft.
Draft. It'll definitely be a draft. Because Turner and Shanahan are famous for going in the draft and finding a running back that everybody else, man, what is he, 4th round, 5th round pick? I don't need that. They'll bring that kid in and make him into a superstar. This is why I know Carlos Hyde may be having a problem getting an extension. Le'Veon Bell's out of the question. Saquon Barkley, if he falls far enough, he would be in the mix, but he ain't. 1st round draft pick, running back, not going to happen. So, Lorenzo, we got to go, though.
One quick question. I just want to see the Jags win and make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Niners win and make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy G just embarrassed them in the Super Bowl.
It would be. It'd be like it was 55-10 when we did against a long time. Was that San Diego? Oh man, it'd probably be the same thing.
Yeah, San Diego, and when Joe Montana did it to the Broncos.
Yeah. Hey, fam, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you Sunday if you get a chance. Okay.
For sure, man. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Lorenzo. Yeah, we got it, man. Hey, what we got here? We got Bay Boy 92.
Hey, how we doing there, Ronbo?
Oh man, we're doing great, man. You know, it's so relaxed now, man. I was worried about that franchise tag. Bay Boy, I knew. Everybody would ask you, they go, franchise tag him. I know they go do it. That agent's gonna be smart enough to know if I franchise tag him next year, they got to pay me double the money they pay me this year. They went about gouging the 49ers, man.
That's right, man. I'm so happy they finally made that deal, got that done with Jimmy G.
Yeah.
We really needed him, man. We really needed him back.
Now it's looking forward.
And I know everybody was so hyped on Kirk Cousins, and I actually was myself.
Same here.
Just given his relationship with Kyle Shanahan, that's really what I thought was going to happen in this offseason, was us going after him. But I didn't expect the Jimmy G thing, man, and I'm so glad that went down, because that's what we need for the long term.
Absolutely.
For sure.
26 years old, got a higher ceiling than Kirk, and you can see it's clear. Clearly, you can see he's got a higher ceiling than Kirk. So
Most definitely.
we made out.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've been hearing everybody talk about, pretty much what we need to go after and the needs we need to address in this offseason, going after these, high-value players,
right.
Wide receivers and whatnot. But when I look at what we have, it's kind of like nobody, I feel like, stops to think about what we have on the team right now. When you think about Joshua Garnett coming back, you know what I mean, healthy and in shape, to come up there and shore up that left side next to Joe Staley, who I think has a few more years ahead of him, not just, a season or two. He's sparked, he's excited, you know what I mean? Got new life in Jimmy G, leading us down to the touchdowns and stuff like that. So I think he'll be around for a few more years, actually.
Offensive linemen do tend to last longer, too. You're right.
Exactly. And then you got, I'm not too impressed with Lakeland Tomlinson over there on that right side.
Lakers got to compete.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, Lakers got to compete, though. They're going to bring other people in. That is the spot where I say there will be another offensive guard, though, for sure.
Definitely. I'm happy Trent Brown coming back. You know what I mean? Like, we definitely need to hold on to him with his big size and ability to, get run blocking going and things like that. We definitely need him. But if anything, I would say going after in the draft, we need to go after Quentin Nelson for sure. And get him, and I would say put him in the place of where Lakeland Tomlinson has been playing. And then if we need to, should Joe Staley or whatnot happen to retire, move him to that left tackle position where I know he's most comfortable or whatnot. So
wait a minute, who would you be moving to left tackle?
Quentin Nelson.
Oh, but isn't Nelson a guard, though?
Oh, left guard. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, left guard, actually.
Because it seems if they stay with Trent, and there seems to be some conversation about that might not happen, Trent would be the heir apparent on the left side for Joe Staley. So, I hope they do keep Trent. Because they're talking now like Trent may not be around in 2019. I think, what? Why?
Not Trent. No, they need to keep him.
I think
that
so.
Big boy, they need to keep him.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, but outside that, the offensive line, I mean, our main need is obviously cornerback because you got
Dante
Fellow Weatherspoon doing his thing, but who's going to play alongside him? Obviously, is the big question.
I know,
and it's definitely not going to be Dante Johnson.
Nobody's buying 36. I mean,
right.
I've not seen anybody wearing a 36 jersey yet.
Exactly. I mean, he has his moments, but as far as consistency at that position, no. He's just not that guy. But when you look into free agency, I don't believe Malcolm Butler is that guy.
Yeah, same.
I just feel like the Patriots, they had that good Super Bowl moment with him coming in there and saving the day. And they're like, okay, this is our guy. And then he's, he's excellent at the position. I don't think he is. I think he's pretty good, but I don't think he's great. Yeah. And when I'm thinking of who we need, if I was to go after somebody, it would be Tremaine Johnson. That would have to be the guy.
Yeah. And baby, you know about his leg, right? I didn't know Tremaine. You know, last year I was a little disappointed in Tremaine. I didn't know he had an injury that he suffered in game 2 and was trying to endure that injury all season long. You can't play a skilled position like that with any kind of an ouchie on your leg. So if Tremaine is healed up and ready to go, and the Rams, I understand, cannot afford to keep him and Aaron Donald and that edge rusher that they're having a problem with too. The Rams go, there's going to be a fire sale of sorts coming out of there. We could pick up Tremaine. I'm back on his wagon. I was heavy on him before too. So yeah, 6'2", he fits the proto. Yes.
That's right. That's right. I'm loving it. I'm sure there's a lot of other weapons we can add, and I'm sure that, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have a good idea of what they want to go after and target in the offseason. But
in the draft,
I'm hearing, there's whispers, Jarvis Landry and all these other guys. I'm just like, that's nice. It'd be awesome to pick up those high-power pieces, but then, it kind of takes away from what we already have, with Marquise Goodwin. Nobody gives him the credit that I think he deserves.
And thank you. People keep talking about how this dude over here is so much better. I said, man, you show me. Give me 5 guys. Marquise Goodwin is a terror. He scares. He opens up that whole offense. You got people standing back from Marquise. You ever see in a zoo when the trainers, they got these sticks and they got these long poles with a net on it, standing way back from the animal? That's what the cornerback and safety looks like trying to guard Marquise. It makes me laugh so hard when they show the film out there. You can tell they're scared.
That's right.
I love that. Okay, baby, we gotta go. We're out of time, but listen, come on back Sunday, all right?
That sounds good, man. I'll be there.
All right, fam. Be looking for you. Have a great day.
Have a good one. You too.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell y'all, man, Marquise Goodwin, man, I'm gonna get behind Marquise all day. If people talk about we need this, we need that, Marquise, he ain't gonna take Marquise's job. So, here's a 5-1-0 Oakland. Yo, hey, 5-1 Oakland.
Ronbo.
Fam, you got to turn something down there. I can hear something in your background. Is that the? See, turn your speakerphone off, I guess.
Maybe it's my phone.
Oh, Brian, that's you. Okay, I can hear you. I just recognized your voice. Is it TV? Yeah.
Maybe it was the TV. I tried to turn it down. I thought I had it on mute, but.
Okay. Okay, because I'm still.
Call in.
You got to turn something down there. I can hear something in your background. Is that the? Okay, we still got something going on here. Oh, she didn't have. Okay, we didn't have the other channel turned off. Okay. All right, Brad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to call in and yell, Jimmy. Jimmy G.
It's. I know who that is. She's getting better and better at that.
Oh, she is. We just wanted to call in and be able to, say it, and man, I'm so glad. 5 years. They got John, Kyle, Jimmy.
Tell you.
5 years. We're going to make a run.
And Brian,
I just wanted to give a shout out.
And you should.
Shout out to Jed York, finally showing the leadership, the presence this team needs. Thank you. He's got it done.
Yes. And he's doing a good job. And as Jed gets a little older and older, we're going to find out this guy may be just filled with wisdom, So, yeah. And remember, Brian, we had a conversation last week where we were concerned about Jimmy G getting franchise tagged. We were pretty much sure of it. I know. I was convinced he was going to get franchise tagged. Look what happened.
Oh, I know. I was pretty sure he was going to get franchised too. I thought it was the safer bet. I thought it would just be overall better for the whole team. But they got it done, and hey, that's amazing. That's just awesome. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
Salute. I knew he was going to be on the team one way or the other.
Yeah. But you didn't want it. We didn't want the franchise tag mess going on. I did not want that, and I didn't want it to be a distraction. I was hoping Jimmy, okay, well, maybe Jimmy can play under those conditions. I mean, he knows next year we're going to get it done. And probably it's a strategy by Don Yee just to stretch out payment a little bit because, after Aaron Rodgers gets paid and Drew Brees gets paid, there's no more big-time quarterbacks to get paid next year. So Jimmy could have done that next year, been the highest-paid quarterback, probably to last a long time. So,
I really think if he would have waited a little longer, he probably would have got a lot more money.
A lot?
So maybe it turned out better for the Niners this way.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it's awesome.
Oh.
I seen your show come up real quick, and I'm like, we got to call in little girl, so we wanted to call in the Niners, and we'll
try
Love
to
it.
call in again. I got to get another phone, Ronbo. This one, I'm sorry if you can't hear me, but
It's not bad. It's not bad.
we'll try to call in again. You guys have a good day and go Jimmy G, everybody.
You little Lily. She's too
Bye,
much.
everybody.
Night, Brian. Oh, God. Let's go to, oh, there he is, the man that represents every wide receiver in the NFL. El Big Show. We got a connection issue with the show. Show, you there? We may have to come back to the Big Show. Big Show.
Yeah, can you hear me?
No, hey, there you are. All right, yeah.
Okay.
All
Sorry
right.
about that, Ronbo.
It's okay.
I was laughed at. I was called a joker.
It was better than Riddler.
The one who was I know, right? I was called crazy. And now that Jimmy Garoppolo's deal is done, which is a huge deal,
Yeah.
and it gained a lot of national interest.
Right, really, true. Actually.
We're all of a sudden now talking about skilled positions and wide receivers, and now who's the crazy ones now? You know.
Show, have you heard a lot about wide receivers?
No, because all I've heard about on this show was defensive end, pass rush.
Oh, okay. Because you just said skill
quarterbacks, et cetera,
positions.
et cetera. I was
Yeah.
the only one who's been screaming about our skill positions over this entire season. And now that Jimmy Garoppolo's deal is done, Ronbo, nobody's job is safe right now. In reality, I only see 3 to 4 playmakers staying on our roster right now after this, before this free agency period begins. Marquise is one of them, and there's 2 tight ends that I'm keeping, or I see staying. Marquise is, we need to sign an insurance policy for Marquise because in reality he's 1 hit away from being knocked out 4 to 6 weeks or an entire season.
Or a career.
And right now I keep hearing, yeah, exactly. And right now I keep hearing we still don't need receivers. Well, that's ludicrous because as of right now, Pierre Garçon is still on injury reserve, and we don't know the whole status of his health right now. So we got to keep that.
Where'd you get that report, though?
Pierre's still on injury reserve, Ronbo. They never lifted him off injury reserve.
No, but your injury reserve status is only active during the season.
Right, but we still don't know the status of his health right now. So that's what they're looking at right now. That this deal is done. Kyle, John, and Jimmy are going to be evaluating what we have on offense right now. And like I only see 3 to 4 guys as far as playmakers go staying. And that's 2 of our tight ends are staying, and Marquise is staying. Pierre Garçon's not safe. Matt Breida's not safe. Even Marquise isn't safe, for that matter.
Joe, are you making this up as you go along? I think so. Where are you getting this information, though?
This is what I believe because John they've been emphasizing the weather here, which is saying to me that they're trying to bring in players in the Midwest or the East Coast who are freezing their cojones off right now. And go. And that's why John even said himself that we still don't have an elite wide receiver, you know, and they're trying to attract players here by overemphasizing our weather and who we have as our quarterback now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I honestly, though, I don't know. The emphasis and main focus, it's not necessarily the wide receivers. I don't really see that unhappy with their core. Listen,
I know we need a pass rush. I know we need
No, I'm just saying, Trent Taylor's not going anywhere. I promise you that.
Oh, I know Trent Taylor's
Marquise Gilbert's not going, and besides that, Shanahan's so pumped to have Garçon back, and that I can send you the link to.
We don't know that yet, though, Ron.
Yeah, no, I read the story. I read the story. Shanahan, the headline reads, Shanahan is pumped to have Garçon back. I'm not making that up.
Every player right now is under evaluation, though, Ron. Nobody is safe.
Garçon will be. Okay.
Trent Taylor is safe, yes. Marquise is.
And Garçon is super safe. Listen, when the season starts, let's make a running bet right now. If Garçon's not starting, I will think of some way to say, show you were right, Garçon's out of here, and you get. We'll make a way to actually just rain down upon you praises for making that call. But I'm telling you, I've already read that Garcon is absolutely not going anywhere.
Well, I kind of
I know you do, but I'm just saying.
He's being
Listen, one thing I want. Oh no, show we got to go. But listen, one thing I want to say is, if I'm right, what do I get?
I'll shut up.
Yes. Oh, you're on. We got
one more quick point.
Real quick.
Wide receivers who are on Twitter right now singing Jimmy G's praises. We have Le'Veon Bell.
Okay, Le'Veon's not a wide receiver though. All right, wait, show. We'll go on this Sunday, okay? Because we got a lot of people waiting here. Show? Okay. So I'm sorry. Anyway, Razor, go ahead, Razor. We have a system crash.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
The soldier booth plays up right now.
I was trying to get him to agree. He says he would be quiet about the wide receivers. Garcon is not. I don't know where he gets his information. Kyle is juiced about Garcon's return. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but anyway.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to say, I was working during before the press conference, right?
Yeah.
And pretty much for my job, I go to my accounts and I service them, like I sell them, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was at my account.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got 2 minutes left. So I said, I'll be back at 20 minutes. I just left and watched the conference.
Wait, Razor, I missed that last part. It broke up a little bit. Say it again.
No, I said I was in the account for work.
Yeah.
I told him I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Razor?
Yeah.
Razor, are you in a dead zone? Your voice is breaking up, going in and out.
No.
Oh, hey, now you sound good. Okay, now it's in. All right. Go ahead. I heard something about accounts. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in an account for work, and I told him I'll be back in 20 minutes.
And you didn't make it, did you?
No, I was already in there, but I told him I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Well, Razor.
That's how you.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Razor. And what else? What else you got there?
No, yeah. I mean, even if you're not like a 49er fan, whatever, you just want to work for John Lynch. Like if you're a player, you want to work for the 49ers and John Lynch. Like before with Balky, it was just the 49ers, not Balky. But now, I'm assuming that the players want to work for John Lynch and the Niners. So I just can't wait to see who we bring in.
And I think that's good. I think that's going to get started too shortly. Because you know what, March is. I just realized we're already after first week of March. They got to start talking people up now. Doesn't the combine start in a couple of weeks?
End of the month.
Yeah. Yeah, when one ends, the other one begins, right? So it can start as early as next week. We can start hearing these crazy names associated and attached to the 49ers. We can get all crazy. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. This is going to be the most fun offseason for free agents we've had in a long time.
Yeah, so I was reading that we have $52 to $63 million left.
So how many? Razor, what'd you say? How many million did you hear about?
We have, so Parag Marat said we have $62 to $63 million left.
Okay, because I just read 90. Parag said 60?
Yeah, so everyone's posting on Twitter, even 49er Edit posted on his Instagram. He says, Parag Marat, they said we have $62 to $63 million left. And only the Browns and Colts have more.
I wonder how that happened. Okay, I see somebody else says 62, 63. Thought it was, and then somebody else like me thought it was 85. I thought it was 90. Parag says 62 to 63. Okay, all right. That's a big cut from what I thought. Jimmy's contract wasn't that kind of large unless they're counting every last. Okay, interesting.
Right here, it says that they front loaded his first 2 years in the contract.
It's 40 mil.
40 million.
So how does that add up to 60? There's 20 missing. Where'd the other 20 go?
I think some of it went Cassius Marsh yesterday.
Extended his contract to $20 million? So it's really strange with the math. I don't know. It's something sounds not. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Matt Mayoko posted it, so I mean it must be legit.
Yeah, it must be right. It's funny. I'm looking at the chat. There's all kind of numbers rolling by. Okay. Well, I'd say. Well, have you seen a lot of people are agreeing on 62 to 63? So I guess that might be the one, like you say. If Parag says it, it's definitely right. He's the one running the books.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think as of right now we only get one big name free agent.
You're right.
The rest will be like last.
And
the rest will be like last year, just like average guys with decent payouts. You know?
Yep. And ain't gonna be no renewed contracts. Now we know for sure. 62 to 63. Nobody. They extend those inexpensive contracts like Cassius Marsh and guys like that. Yeah. But any big money, it's gonna be one or two guys, just like you say.
But guess what? With that much money left, that means Jimmy Ward, we're not paying him $8 million to come back. Carlos Hyde, we're not paying him money to come back. We're not getting Le'Veon Bell no more.
Yeah, but,
even if we were thinking about it.
No, that wasn't going to happen anyway. But Razor, Jimmy's his contract is already. I mean, it was established last season though. He had a 2-year extension.
Oh well, I'm not paying him $8 million. I'm paying him away.
Unless you're going to buy out his contract, you know.
I'm not paying a man $8 million to put him on the IR week 4.
Hopefully. Jim Reyes, we got to go. We'll continue this Sunday, okay?
Oh, are you going to be on tonight or just Sunday?
That's Sunday. Because, today's Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday, tomorrow we got Red Gold GM, and then Sunday we'll have a regular fan gathering. All right?
Okay, got it.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Yeah, I don't. 60 doesn't sound something sound wrong with 62, 63 million. I don't get it. How'd that happen? Anyway, hey, Daryl Green.
What it do?
Yo, D.
Yeah.
Tell you, man.
I don't know, man. I think we got a little more on that.
Yeah, something's really wrong with the math because at 40 million, you had 117.
That's what I heard. I heard
27.
90 million.
What goes against the cap? That's what I heard. 90 million. 62. There's $30 million somewhere. No, 20. There's $20 million missing somewhere. I don't get that part. Anyway, I guess I'll explain it later. But anyway, what's going on, man?
Oh, that was cool, man. What they do with all the family coming over there.
Tell you, man, I coming out of Chicago. It's still cold in Chicago, too. Can you imagine how nice it must have felt to fly out of that zone into Cali's warm air? West Coast anywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy. Couple days. Yeah, I was talking to my friend. Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's crazy.
I guess Jimmy will probably be buying a place out in Cali anywhere, somewhere soon, to bring his family out there. How some people, your parents don't want to leave home. They're gonna be Chicago's still home to them. They may not want to leave though. So, see what happens with that.
Yeah. His brothers look just like him though.
Don't they? Yeah, you can tell they're all related. Garoppolos. Back.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, man, that was nice what they did. They flew in. Well, they flew in. What was it yesterday? Was it or today?
I think it was yesterday. But
old family.
Yeah. So you know what? We're talking about earlier. This is going to be a conversation going to get picking up. It's going to pick up momentum here shortly. But there's going to be a free agent that everybody's going to say, "Whoa, what?" You know, who do you think it's going to be, Daryl?
Oh man, let me say.
Yeah, you know, you can think about it because I can't even think about who's going to be the big name either. But I'm going to attack that.
We might get somebody from the Rams. Never know. We might get one they right.
Because they got a few.
We're gonna have some good. They already targeting some defense already.
And they're losing their edge rusher. They're losing Tremaine, and they may lose because they only franchise tag one person, and Aaron Donald's giving them trouble too, I think. And he ain't going nowhere. If I had to pick between anybody that's not going to leave that team, it'd be Aaron Donald is not going anywhere. So they're going to use a tag on anybody. It'd have to be him. So we'll see.
More money though, when they start cutting some of our players.
Yeah, but the Rams, they traded away their future when they got Jared Goff. So I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah. Jared Goff better be a superstar this year. He was in a Pro Bowl, so I got to feel a little better about that. But, man, Jared Goff, man, he's pretty good, but he's got some time to go before he develops into a real hardcore, dangerous dude. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'll put my orders in. I got my jerseys coming.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Lorenzo, I forgot to give Lorenzo a hard time. Lorenzo's got his on a shopping cart on some website. He hadn't hit the go button yet. I forgot to ask him about that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are probably doing that. Wait until they see what he signs. Okay, hit that go button, baby. You get a little flashback. Out of stock. Oh, I could have had this jersey last week. So everybody's doing it.
You can look in John Lynch eyes. He's up to something.
Always. You're right.
When he was talking today.
You're right.
Yeah.
He's
up to something. So we're gonna be shocked next month.
Actually,
and the draft. You know what I mean? Because they might get somebody to help out. Ruben. That's the case. Even one of them get hurt. You know what I mean?
Could be. Daryl, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna look for you Sunday. All right.
Okay. All right. You take care. I'm gonna go Niners.
You too, fam.
All right.
Yeah. And Sheldon, in 805 area code. What's up? Sheldon, area code 805. Sheldon.
Nope.
There he is. What's up, Sheldon? Hello. Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, Ronbo.
Yeah.
You're rich, brother.
Yeah.
SoCal Rich.
Wait. SoCal Rich. Rich, your name is Sheldon by what I got here, though. I should know area code 805.
I'm right here. I'm right here at work. I had to jump on this call real quick.
There you go. And I know you're
doing my 2 cents.
You're trying to hide out. Hey, guys, don't be too loud. He's at work. All right, go ahead, Vader.
There you go. Nah, I just kind of going through all the blogs right now and stuff like that and social media.
Yeah.
They're over there just running their mouth. 7 games wasn't enough.
I know.
I mean, it was 7 games we had third stringers in there, Ronbo.
Mm-hmm.
Third stringers. What do you think this man's going to do with first stringers?
They just wish they had him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They're there.
But I just wanted to call in, kind of give you my opinion about that because people are still doubting him. But
don't worry, you got to help.
Home that Lombardi Trophy, all the doubt I guess would be gone.
I don't know what they're doubting. I mean, here's a guy that hasn't lost a game since he became a starter, and like you said, he's doing it with a team that he didn't know the playbook with and guys that he barely knows, but yet he's overpaid for they did a 7 game. What do they need to see? I don't get it. So let them keep talking. It's just hating. You know what I mean? It's Raider fans. I know they lead the pack. I just seen a couple of Cowboy fans. They made it known I'm a Cowboy fan and y'all ain't going nowhere. Okay, we'll see. Okay, I sure wish we could play the Cowboys this year. They beat us up the last 2 years. I wish we could just get a little payback this year. We gotta get them in preseason.
Redemption will come.
I know. In the playoffs, I hope.
But again, we still there you go. But again, we need that pass rusher, man. I'm still
I know.
getting that pass rusher.
Oh.
And I feel with the moves they made so far in the organization, they'll get it done, man.
They know what they're doing. Yeah, we can see they're doing what they're doing. Who knew that they were going to sign him to that contract? I'm so impressed with the 49ers getting that done. I was convinced it was going to be the franchise tag. No. Done. 5-year deal.
You know what I was also seeing in social media? This is funny, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know what this means, but last year on the 8th, we signed Kyle and Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
And this year on the 8th, on February 8th, we signed Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm.
So is that our dates of
it's a lucky date.
Bringing in the All-Stars?
I guess so. Sounds to me like. Because you're keeping records. I didn't even know that. So that's awesome.
It actually popped up on Facebook. I'm like, wow, that's pretty interesting.
It surely is. Those are the kind of things that translate to something weird. So it means February 8th will be a parade in San Francisco next year?
Oh!
Oh!
There you go. Oh, my goodness. Man, you're going to get me excited here at work, man. I'm going to start doing cartwheels down the hallway.
I tell you, film it. We want to see that. You know, I tell you, 49ers, because they've already been picked as one of the teams that has the potential to go to the Super Bowl already. So, you know, I just want to get to the playoffs. Next year, I will be happy with the playoffs. If we don't win it, we'll see exactly what is necessary. And from that point on, every year, the 49ers will be in contention for the playoff or for the Super Bowl. This is what I want to see. Next year, let's get there. That's what I want to know.
Oh, we will. We will. I have no doubt, man. Next year. We're making some moves, man. You see these guys on NFL Network.
I know.
The morning show. That one dude, he was just like all over the Niners now.
I know. What
I go, you guys wouldn't talk about us during the fucking year. Now all of a sudden you want to claim like they're the best?
They did after Jimmy arrived. Before that, yeah, and they were right, Vader. Before Jimmy arrived, we were struggling. We was trying to figure out, but Brian Hoyer was out there stumbling around, scared. And CJ's a rookie. He needs more time. He'll get better later, but he needs more time. And so Jimmy comes along, and now we're like, whoa, now wait a minute. What did they do here? So, yeah. So now it's that time to get crazy about the 49ers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ronbo, I'm going to let you go.
All
I
right,
got
fam.
some stupid fire drill. Hey, I'm on the Ronbo show here, man. I ain't got time no fucking fire drill. God damn it.
Handle that stuff, Vader.
Here in the building. But anyways, Ronbo, love the show, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, because you're not going to be on tonight, so I wanted to kind of get in.
Yeah, no, that's right. I forgot. This is, it's Friday early. I forgot about that. You're right. All right. Vader, good, man.
Early, brother.
All right.
But yeah, I will see you on Sunday, right?
We'll be
Sunday
back.
We're doing the,
Yeah.
back on
Tomorrow we
Sunday.
got red
Okay,
gold.
I gotta let this one go, but it's gotta be low. But
Okay, good.
letting it go on red and gold radio, Ronbo Sports. You guys have a good one.
Man, you too. Check out Vader. Vader quietly called in. Don't you love it? And let's go. Who we got here? We got it's the golden Buckeye. What's up, man?
What's up, Ronbo?
49ers all day and twice on Sundays. I've been waiting to be able to say that for a long time.
Right. Well, I gotta say, for the first time, Ronbo, I was glad you was wrong about that franchise tag.
Oh, I was too. I mean, it just seemed like it was going to have to be obviously the only choice to take. But we're not dealing with the guy that's trying to get. I think Jimmy told him, listen, let's not try to. Let's go ahead and get this contract done. Let these guys go working on improving the team. And I don't want to be a distraction. Because, Don Yee might have been saying, listen, kid, you stick with me and you can get a lot of money on this. We're going to franchise tag this year. Rodgers gets paid this year. Breeze gets paid this year. You will be paid more than them in the following year, but we just got to get through this year. See, all that was in their corner. They could have done that, and they chose not to. I'm really proud of either Parag or they've got people with a lot of integrity. I'm impressed.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was seen something about a rumor on Jimmy was on a KNBR, and he has players hitting him up already, but wanting to play with him.
I know. Oh, I know. It's wow.
And I was looking. I've been, I'm still debating on that cornerback. I'm kind of trying to go on your train. That
the edge
rusher is a big deal, but also we need to protect Jimmy. So it's kind of like what should we do? Like it's all depending on the offensive line. Like if you get help on the offensive line, a free agent.
I hope so.
Okay, or if you get a pass rusher on a free agent, then we can probably build on that line. Which Nelson looking good, but do you think he's going 4-9?
See, and there's another thing. I can't imagine Nelson falling to number 9. Is offensive linemen are a premium, and also here's another thing I worry about, Buckeye. I want to. If you're going to get an offensive lineman, can we get one that's established in the NFL already? These kids come out of the systems now don't train good offensive linemen in college because the system everybody's on a spread and this and that. And it takes a different kind of beast. Nelson is qualified though. Everybody agrees on him, but he's one of the few. Most offensive linemen are going to go have to through a training period coming into the NFL. They got to learn a whole other way of playing football. This is why people keep saying, we need to bring this guy. You need to go find a guy that knows what he's doing in the NFL. That kid's going to get your quarterback killed too. And he's going to get himself killed for the first season if he has to start. So,
Right. And I was thinking about running backs, and I got a couple sleepers.
Yeah.
That maybe can come to us, and that's one Jimmy G already played with, and that's Dion. Is it Dion Lewis?
Dion Lewis.
That New England.
Yeah, that's him.
And then maybe I know he's a Brown, but Isaiah Caldwell.
Yeah, everybody mentioned it.
I do like him.
He's played with Kyle before, I think. I think that's him.
Yeah. Maybe, not for sure.
When he was in Cleveland?
I'm not for sure.
He's been around for a while.
But, also, one more thing before I go. I know you just asked, I think, the last caller, a big free agent, where he came from. I like that lineman from Carolina Panthers. That's a big sleeper for me, like a big splash, wow, where did that come from?
Oh, Norwell.
That's mine. Right?
Norwell. Yeah, that was,
yes.
That's what I'm talking about when I say go out and get an established dude that knows what he's doing on the offensive line against NFL defenses. And now you're cooking with oil. Yeah. See?
And and about these wide receivers, man, I don't know if I can be on a wide receiver train because, when was the last elite wide receiver that was in the Super Bowl and actually won the Super Bowl?
See, that's people bring that up all the time, and nobody.
Yeah, all the good ones was at home watching the game.
Yep. I mean, look at Atlanta. I mean, who's in Minnesota, and look who won the Super Bowl.
I just can't think of the last big name. The last big name, the two names I can remember that didn't win it was Larry Fitzgerald when they got beat by Pittsburgh, and Randy Moss when he was up in New England, and they got beat by the Giants.
And look at Peyton.
That's the last two big names that was in the Super Bowl, but they didn't win it.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's for some reason it's a given rule. You're going to have all the superstar wide receivers you want. They're not the reason why you win Super Bowls. So, we'll see.
It's like you said, it's a passing league, but the passing league came from the quarterback. So it's a quarterback league now, man.
That's it, And West Coast offense will beat you every time. Going deep downfield all day long, that's not happening. It's not winning, So.
But I want to give a special shout out to my brother Frank because he's a Green Bay fan.
Yeah.
And I just want to see him. I will see him next year.
You will.
He's a big Aaron Rodgers fan, and hey, he's gonna have his jersey. I'm gonna have my Jimmy G jersey, and all bets are off.
Tell you what, we're gonna see.
All right, Rob, I'll let you go, man.
All right.
I said much love. I respect what you do for us. Faithful.
Thanks,
and
man.
Go Niners and Jimmy G, do good things, bro.
Yo, all right.
All right, Rob, take care, bro.
All right, Buckeye. Look for you Sunday, fam.
Later.
Hey, and we go to Bashar.
What's up, Ronbo?
Bashar, man, I'm sitting back here like everybody was celebrating, man. What were our biggest, wildest fears have gone away, Bashar. It's all over, man. We can work on some other things now.
Yes, sir. I was so pumped up yesterday. I wanted to call yesterday, but
it's crazy.
I had to listen to you guys while I'm trying to do my little workout. But I had a lot of fun listening to you guys yesterday. It was hilarious.
I tell you, man,
it's just a lot of fun.
It's just that moment, man. It's like any other thing. Where were you when you heard? It's man, good news. So yeah.
I woke up, I glanced at my phone. Next thing I know, I see all these messages on my WhatsApp, on my Facebook. We signed Jimmy. I was like, hell yeah. I was so happy because I just thought Don Yee was some stingy-ass agent.
Gouge.
And I thought Jimmy, for his best interest, they were just going to sit back and wait. Let's see what Cousins signs for. Let's see what all these other quarterbacks sign for.
Because they got until July. Yeah.
What's that?
Because they had until July. I mean, they could have tagged him and then work out a deal until July. That gives now everybody gets signed. But see, that wastes the 49ers' time, and somebody had the wherewithal to know, why put the 49ers through this? We want to win, right? Sign a damn contract and let them get busy on some other things. See, that's really wanting to win.
And I'm just so thankful because we did it before free agency started. And you know what's weird is the only backlash I've seen, I haven't really gone on general NFL chats or forums, but just on the Niner groups that I'm on Facebook or whatever, it's just like there's so many people whining, we overpaid. I mean, they're the minority, but still, they're still
there.
Themselves be heard.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if we had let's say Donnie and Jimmy Garoppolo played hardball with us and say, no, we want to wait till everybody else signs.
Yeah.
Then we'll get our
contract. Wouldn't you like to know? Or would you be happy with that? Yeah. And then ask him, would you be happy with that? I don't understand what you're thinking.
Yep. This was the best case scenario. Give him what he wants. He deserves it. He's going to be the probably top 3 quarterback for the next 10 years to go, the next 5 years, whatever, man. It's just going to be amazing to sit back and enjoy the ride with the Niners.
And at that point, it'll be a bargain, Bashar. It will not be like people crying about overpaying. I don't know. How do you overpay when you got that much money to begin with, right? Some of these folks have gotten Trent Baalke brainwashed. They're still living the Trent Baalke era. We don't spend any money. The reason we don't. That's why we got a lot of money. We don't need to spend any. I'll win games without spending a dime. You guys, just keep an eye on me. 2 years in a row, 2-14, and what? We won one game. Wait a minute. Yeah, 2015. Oh yeah, that's right. We won 5 games in 2015, and 2 games. We had 7 games in 2 years. So get out of here with not spending any money. It's not going to work.
They're happy with mediocrity. It's like you have to take risks in business. This is a business,
Exactly.
And this risk looks like a very good one.
Yeah, it's not a dumb.
I'm thrilled, man.
Yeah.
I'm just so pumped up.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Going back to Baalke, I remember when we drafted Taylor May, had this one session where it was like a film room session with all the beat writers, showing video of all the draft picks, and Trent Baalke was like, one thing, we got to make sure our guys are wired right. I used to talk, it's been a while since I heard his voice, and I used to imitate him really good, but next time I come back on, I'll work on the impression a little bit. Bring back those good old Baalke days that we all remember.
Trent needed rewiring. If anybody needed rewiring, I don't know. He just, God. And the bad thing that worries me about him is when you sit there and you listen to Trent talking, and you really realize he really lost it. Because the things he's saying are making no sense. And that whole fiasco with Cap, that, of course, that set the team downhill, too. Stop fighting with your coaches and your quarterbacks and all. Trent, that's not your job. That's the coach's. Stay in your office, be the manager, bring in personnel. Trent never knew what his job was. That was his problem right there. Thought he was the whole show. Damn it.
In regards to the draft, I'm honestly, I don't have any draft crushes. I like a lot of players, but I'm not going to be stuck on one draft crush for the first round, because I really think that if we went cornerback in the first round, or if we went offensive line, or if we went linebacker, I don't think we can do wrong. We're just set.
Yeah.
We set the foundation properly to the point. As long as I think Kevin Lynch and those Peters and Mayhew, those guys have a good idea of talent. I just think regardless of what position we get in round one, as long as it's not D-line. Well, pass rush will work.
Yeah. I consider the pass rusher. I consider the Leo. He's got his own category. We already have you right. We got 3 first-round interior linemen, and that's great. Don't get another one, please. Let Legarduzable and some of those other guys that backed him up be the backup. But otherwise, go get a guy that comes off the edge and scares people. Even the guys on his team need to be afraid. Don't get in his way, I mean, give me that animal, that fiend. That's my third.
Well, maybe we sign Ziggy, so Ziggy would be a really good thing.
He could be, yeah, if he could stay healthy.
I want to give some shout-outs really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
My boy, Niner Inc., who I recently became friends with, Mr. 9 and a 9 and 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 9. Shout out to Niner Inc.
Yeah. Niner, what's up?
So hail the Sheik.
Yeah.
And Razor.
Yeah. All right.
And shout out to all the Niner Empire. Oh yeah, Nighthawk. He said my name that one day. That was funny.
But Sean, we got to roll. I'm going to tell you what, man. If you get some time, I'll see you Sunday, okay?
Nice talking to you, buddy.
Same here, fam.
Empire. Love you guys.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with how it got figured out.
Is it? Sheik. Sheik.
Sheik's here.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, doing all
Shout
right.
out to Brashad.
Yeah, no, this is a good time. You can come back and say shout out back to Bashar. Well, Sheik, it's all been wrapped up into a ribbon now, nice and tight with a bow and everything. We had the press conference. We signed Jimmy G. Sheik, your feeling and reactions right now to all of that truth.
Well,
I just want to say congratulations to all faithful to you, Ronbo.
Thanks.
You know, shout out to you, brother. And congratulations, we finally got our franchise quarterback, our perfect 10, Jimmy G. And it's amazing. You know, with that contract, we should be even more happier. Because if we waited, Cousins would have blown that contract to $30 million. And that you could have paid a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, so we got to also look at the other positives of that. And we took a steal, guys, and everybody knows it. In a second-round pick, like for a quarterback like this, that we just saw in 5 games.
It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, Ronbo. You know, they were asking for a first-round pick last year. And
2 of them.
And they downgraded 2 of them. Yes, exactly. And it's great. And I'm so excited for this franchise finally. And, you know, we had our quarterbacks in the past, but we never had a really nice pocket passer as this man right here. And his release is amazing. His confidence, oh my God, his confidence is great, guys. And I'm finally happy. And he's a team player, and he learned from the second best or third best.
Just dig him up.
But I'm happy. But the only thing I don't understand, Rumble, and it's like I thought we had $100 million. How did it drop to 63? Is that accurate?
I don't get it either. It was 117 to be exact, and now all of a sudden I hear there's only $63 million left. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. But hey, Parav is a smart guy, so I guess he got the numbers right. I guess, but
true. But they didn't pay $57 million to Jimmy, and even if they didn't, I don't get it. It's really something really wrong with that. And Marsh didn't get paid another 25 or 30 mil, so I don't understand what's going on with that.
Yeah, it made me like a little.
It's all over the place.
By the notification I got. But anyways, Rombo, like we need a lot of guys. We need to help out Jimmy G. We need him have his offensive line built. We need his weapons, be comfortable. Yeah, he's comfortable with the wide receiver, tight end, but we need to make Jimmy G even more happier. Defense does help win championships, but we need all around winning the championships. And honestly, like if it's from wide receiver, cornerback, edge rusher, we need to help Jimmy G. That's the main thing. If we want to have him beyond 5 years, we need to help him. If it's Quentin Nelson, if we need to get that guard, but there's Thomason there, there's Garnett there, but I don't know. We don't know because they've been up and down. Kilgore, we need a future with him. That's the thing we need to build. And the thing that I'm loving about Lynch and Kyle Shanahan is you know how to build these guys. They drafted well. They picked up these free agents from last season, and we're going to probably most likely do the same thing. Value. And I don't think we're going to go spend like crazy, but maybe one guy, maybe we will, maybe an edge rusher. But I think they're just going to pick pieces of what they want, and then they're going to blow up the money because they want to build for the future, not now. Not now. Every year they want to have, because guys are come and go. So that's the thing that we need to understand too. Everybody wants that great. Oh, we get him. It's like no. We need to get the one and then pick the the third tier, and then we should be all right. But that fits for him because we got to build for the future. If we want Super Bowls, not just one. We're not the Philadelphia Eagles because they're just one and done kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Ronbo about the situation of the contract of? Do you think a 5-year? Do you think they should push for 6?
No, they've only got 5 years left themselves. But you know what, Sheik? You know what? Let's tackle this one Sunday. Start with that.
Okay.
And because that's a good question. Actually, we ran out of time. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to ask anybody else on that question, but are you doing a radio show, or are you just doing this show, by the way?
Yeah, I know this is going to be today's, and we're gonna go ahead and bypass tonight's show and be back Sunday.
Perfect.
Actually, Red and Gold's coming tomorrow. Then yeah. Okay.
Well, shout out to the guys, Trez, Big Show, Trey, the Hart Foundation, and shout out to MC Niner, and shout out to Ronbo. Congratulations, guys. You got our quarterbacks.
Yes.
Next caller, stand up. Let's get it. All right, have a good night, guys. Hit that like.
Yes. Thanks, Sheik. Oh God. Actually, it looks like because I saw a wrong flag here, so it looks like I guess we're down to saying goodbye for the rest of the day. And Sheik just mentioned something. We're not going to do no Red and Gold radio tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow with Red and Gold GM. Hopefully, we got a few things I got to tuck in, but yeah. And also Sunday, of course, be back with the regular fan meeting on Sunday. Wouldn't it be great if something weird happened between now and the weekend? Because we're talking about the 49ers now. It's green light. Go do what you got to do, Niners. This was the wonderful thing about Jimmy G not dragging out the process. Don Yee dragging it out, sitting around saying things like, well, what are you guys doing tomorrow? We could maybe go down the wharf and walk around a little while. And why don't we just all relax a minute and see what develops? Because as you probably know, I'm going to go ahead and wait and see what happens to Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. Guys, the bottom line is this is a business, guys. And I'm in the business of being an agent, and you know what that means. We're going to wait. And no, they didn't do that. He took off the horns, put on the halo, and they got the deal done. And now Jimmy G can just sit back, start working on some of the things he needs to work on as everybody gets busy about making this team into a force. And the 49ers can get back into the boardroom and start looking at draft picks and start building up that big board, making that list of guys you're going to call as free agents and get them on. Of course, 49ers may not have to call anybody for free agency this year. They may have to just answer the phone and tell people it's like, who? Oh, yeah. No, I thought you had a pretty good year last year. But I'm going to just be honest with you. We're not going to be interested, okay? But listen, you know what? Keep up the good work, and you never know in the future. We may be able to call you for your services. I don't need to get nasty. Okay, hang him up. And yeah, I can see this going on for like days. If we're not going to have to pursue anybody, I can just pick and choose from who calls them. Yeah, it's such a new day, fam. I tell you what, I'm going to take off. And as I say, I'll see you tomorrow on Red and Gold GM and Sunday for the regular fan gathering. We're going to talk about 49er football. It's Sunday. Hey. What's out of here? Niners!